100% SEA, and we're going to be finding out as we get into the game. Ascent is our map, open sight lines and open firefights. I'm Dax, he's Black and Blue. We're going to be here casters for the first two games, and I'm really excited for this one, Black and Blue. I feel like Ascent really is going to be an interesting place to be in, because it's another situation where I said about Full Sense versus Paper X a while ago, right? It was them making sure Ascent was their proving grounds. Here we go again. Another trial, another tribulation, and another chance to prove themselves versus an overwhelming opponent.
They're going to have another shot here, Full Sense, on an Ascent map for the day. So we're going to start things off X10 on that attacking side. Full Sense on the defense. 2-1-2 is their defensive hold right now, but quickly giving up mid will be here PTC. Though, X10, they're crawling their way up towards a main, being held here by Zelen with that one way, looking to make a play.
It seems like this is going to be X10 right now, hanging on around and looking to set up onto that A side. Zelen, though, he's on the Omen, and seems like for Full Sense, they're going back to their roots here. Double duelist with the Omen, Sova, and the Killjoy. Very core-based composition that you know that you can rely on, but John Olsen comes close. And that's the John Olsen experience. It's like he sucker punches you all the time. You just can't do anything about it. Someone else has to go for the refrag instead, and that is going to be Foxes. Sushi Boy's on the board, PTC now with trades, and here comes the pistols, but here comes the shots. It is going to be Lammy Snacks versus Foxes, as well as the Astra there. Scary trying to hold the line versus the Sova on the high ground. Full Sense, though, backing on away slowly, but X10, they're gonna be able to put the spike out here on A site. And oh my god, Lammy Snacks! Surprise, surprise, makes it 1v1 here, Black and Blue.
It's a 1v1, Frenzy in hand. He knows where they are. It's actually the opposing Sova versus against each other. He knows where the plant is too. So Foxes, as soon as he stands up, has to be careful. Might just get his scalp removed. And, well, looking at this right now, has to be, on the swing. Foxes still finds that with a ghost. Very apt, very sly, very, well, not shy. X10 getting the opening round here. Foxes, that's a triple from him to get things going. And they do come off of this lead. Though, Full Sense, they found that opening pick, could not convert it into the round.
Seems like they're headhunters, and you're a bit of a headhunter too, Black and Blue, similar to Lestrade. Scalps do get removed, and now X10 is up by 1. Seems like Foxes, he woke up pretty late on the Ascent map, in all honesty. He had a tough time getting started versus the side of Paper Rex, but he was the one who willed the team to an overtime. He was the one that really brought X10 to the grand finals, and he's off to a good start, still feeling that momentum from a while ago. So it is going to be high time now for X10 to run on in with the gun advantage. And it's classic X10, but oh my god, cha-la-la-la! Still so potent with that Sheriff there. Cruising meantime with a takedown. PTC trying to just shrug off the Nanoswarm there, but it's X10 with the advantage. Full Sense, though, finding 2 so far.
Here they come on in. Zelen and John Olsen gonna have to bring everything here. Now, with a Deagle, a Sheriff in hand, we've seen him do so many great things. Will Hot Hand Scary out of that position, gonna crawl his way in, just crab walking there. John Olsen, does he know he's right under him? Here comes out the smoke, but on the swing, Zelen will get a trade off on the cruise. It's a 1v2 right now, and so here comes it. Now, looking for this jiggle. Able to get this quickly mingling there. Foxes taken down. Zelen not swelling. Scary will take it down. A second round for X10.
X10 on the board again. Still a bit costly though. Many lives were lost in that firefight, and X10 now trying to extend this gap, but this is a chance now for Full Sense to turn it around. And what better way than to bring out the big gun. There we have the Odin, taking the station on to B site, and it's pretty clear cut how Full Sense is going to play it. They have the Omen, they have the Duelist. One quick paranoia into the dash on in allows them to get that opening pick. In the meantime, on the other side, reconnaissance plus the hold. So for Full Sense, everything is on paper. Extended meantime, the sky is the limit here. We'll see how this is gonna go. Patafan leading the charge. A bit of the guiding light to get some confirmation. Here we go with the curveball. It's PTC in close combat to get the takedown, but Cruz with the surprise there, using that Bucky to catch out the Phoenix. John Olsen now taking a buckshot and going on down. X10 over and out onto A side. They're getting control, but can they fend off everyone rotating? Cha-la-la-la, gonna fall. It's all up to Lammy Stacks right now. And Foxes, he knows he's on the other side, waiting for the opportunity to strike. Misses a shot though. 2v1, cannot capitalize on the combo there.
Oh, it's a 1v2 here. Foxes and Scary. It's going to be quite an interesting tale here for Lammy Stacks. He can bring it on back. Odin, the Godfather, looking up above, and he's going to deny that recon ball real quick. Here comes a shock dart, though, bringing the lightning. He might have the Odin in hand, but he's not going to be, well, exempt from that. It is a 1v2. He's going to have to try and isolate the fighter, but them being in hell, well, he might need the Hades in his hand instead of the Odin instead. So as they come on here, swinging wide, scary, going to be quite terrifying, that angle. 3-0 to get the board going here for X10, and Full Sense are on another eco.
This is just familiarity coming into play here, Black and Blue. Who plays a Bucky out of nowhere for round number 3? X10 just hard countering John Olsen, his playstyle in that situation. And that's the thing. It's Thailand versus Thailand right now. Again, it's just basically Challengers week number 4 for them. But at the same time, they know it's a tick to Iceland. They know this is going to be them representing not only their country, but SEA itself. And they really have to pull out all the stops. And it just feels like the stops here and the stocks is the intrinsic knowledge they have of their opponent. That familiarity will now be a double-edged sword for both sides. Pataphan has to see the Seekers go on in, but cha-la-la-la, beautiful shot there on the Pataphan. Even though Cruz will try to set things up with the Seekers, it is going to be Sushi Boy still with a takedown on BTC. Advantage though still for the side of Full Sense. 4v3 behind the Nebula. There we go. John Olsen with a push, but Fox is with covering fire. Still though, Full Sense, they're getting the casualties on the other side. Lammy Snacks right now trying to get a few more, but the Trailblazer up close and personal. And can the Silva get on the way? Guiding Light giving chase. And okay, Lammy Snacks, we see you. Can you make mincemeat out of Scary? No, too busy with the new gun. X10. They'll do it again with only one member remaining on their side.
You know, if Lammy just held on to his Sheriff there, he might have been able to do that. It seemed like he was on point to get Scary at the end. Switching to that rifle, well, it did him. And that will be the 4th round here for X10, so Full Sense. As they buy on up, now they're going to have to find a way to actually get John Olsen in a space to make a play, because he's been getting shut down time and time again trying to enter towards the side. Only a single frag is coming this way. That was during that opening pistol round, but otherwise it has been quite a drought for him. But the short position here being played by PTC, falling on back now as they take mid control aggressively here. X10, they're also looking for some presence, and PTC is going to get an opening pick here on a Cruz. That's a big find. Now with Cruz taken down, that's a lot of the initiating power taken away from X10.
X10, how can they set things up now without Cruz? It has to be up to Foxes as well as Scary to try and play things out. So over to B side, we might go again. Sushi Boy's just waiting for someone to peek and someone to take on down, but good reconnaissance here from Lammy Snacks, exposing the Killjoy's intentions. And here in a situation like this, when you don't have that second initiator, you are just going to be playing the darts into a strike to the heart. And here we have it, X10 creeping closer and closer over to B sites. They're ready, they're prepared, and they want to go at it.
You should run.
It's a 5v4 here towards the site, and so Chalala is going to hold down the line. Here comes the divide, but he's not going to be dismissed by that just yet. He's going to try and hold down the line. Going to find one here in the Pataphan. Will they find a follow-up? They're going to be very wary and very intimidated to fall on through. Recon Vault not going to get any information as they come on through. Of course, that divide is going to keep him protected, but it will also keep him kind of trapped in here. There's no way they can really push out without being in an unfavorable situation. So with 20 seconds left on the clock, they're going to have to choose a time to commit right now. And the thing is, when they do, I think here FS are ready to strike. They do have that man advantage, and here comes out the turret. Lammy Snacks holding down the angle. He's got the LMG, he's got the Odin to spray off of here, but Sushi Boy is going to find that Chalala just whiffing, and they're going to have to go for the save.
Yeah, they were hesitant to actually go in there, and they said, okay, I don't think it's worth it, guys. We have 4 points already. Give them 1, and they will keep the guns they have. So X10 playing reserve there. And that opening pick from Full Sense was just it. That was enough for them to actually stem the tide of X10. But then again, at the very least, X10 is still prepared to go for the firefight, and they're going to be going at it yet again. 4-1 though, X10 was off to a hot start, and we saw just how they can shut down the likes of John Olsen. He has been so strong for today's games, for yesterday's games, and if the Phoenix is caught out time and time again, FS might be forced to change up that playstyle or change up that agent if need be. But in any case, here we go again. Halfway to the first half being ended. And it seems like X10 playing slow and steady, looking for a bit of that mid control for now.
Imagine if we divided Valorant into quarters instead of halves. That'd be quite... Oh no, he unscopes at the last moment. If he just stayed on that and hard scoped it, he probably would have found the frag, but Lammy Snacks is going to pick up on that. Finding Sushi Boys here. Still gets him that opening pick, but it could have been a double. Here, finally, PTC coming on back for a shot, lands true. Fox is taken on out. It's a good opening pick here for the side of FS once more. A 3v5.
3v5 and X10 now falling apart at the seams from the get-go. For Full Sense, every pick they get makes it life a lot easier on the defensive side. And here we go already. Patiphan trying to play the entry. Jumps up. Leaps on down, decides to dash on in all the way to the generator. Zelen though with the catch, Patiphan now spotting out the omen, but John Olsen is just so strong up close and personal. There you have it, Full Sense able to play their Phoenix the way that they would like, and they are going to get another round here.
He's just a complete brawler, John Olsen. He likes to take these fights up close. Would have been a shot, did not land it. Finds a follow-up though on that A main push, and John Olsen curveball on out. Zelen dodges it, his teammate, but he comes on with a double swing, finding Patiphan and more. A double at the end, and X10, their lead is cut down to 2 with Full Sense here. If they take this round, that's going to be an eco for X10, and you can definitely be quite equalized up as we go on. Patiphan with a duelist with the Blade Storm here on this Jet. Gonna try and take those duels towards short initially, but he's actually walking his way up here towards the market. PTC shuts him down real quick.
It's big here. PTC changing up the momentum with that operator, but Cruz in the meantime with the kill. Lappy Stacks though transferring like there's no tomorrow, but in the end it's still X10 getting the kills to play on the B side. Now it's Zelen and John Olsen on the other side. They have their ultimates, but here for the side of X10, it's still gonna be fine and dandy. Seekers are available, set up now, being placed here by Scary as well. The stars are aligning here for X10 as post plant is a go. And John Olsen, he's thinking about it. This guy, he's making sure that his opponents are cruising for a bruise, and when he gets close, you just have to suffer the consequences in the first place. Now here he comes yet again, the Phoenix now looking for the kills, and there you have it. Zelen and John Olsen holding hand in hand, making that takedowns happen, and it will be Full Sense making that retake a possibility. 4-3 now gonna be the score.
A quick 1-2 punch from them, and John Olsen, he's gonna take the little charge from that too, getting the defuse. Full Sense 3-4, and they should be on the eco here, X10. So Full Sense by all means should be able to equalize things on up. Now, actually, they can force here, kind of. Foxes can, Sushi can as well as Patiphan, but Scary might be a bit light on that. Although, actually, no, able to afford all that utility though, because you're an Astra. You have to start it for free. So what's the point? Fortunately,
you just get more. That's the thing. Just get as much as you can, but. I gotta say, for Full Sense, they really have such a powerhouse in them. And that's the thing. For a team like Full Sense, they want to get that map control, not really because they want to limit your options, but to just basically get the brawler that you have, John Olsen, to get closer and closer to get those takedowns. And his name was John Olsen. You will remember that name, especially if he's right beside you, because you are most likely going to be dead. But Zelen, he's an anchor to remember, and he is going to be able to sink Patiphan there. Cruz, though, in the meantime, able to still set sail and get the counter. He's going for a quick little guiding light play. Now catches out John Olsen there, trying to peek from the garden area. So X10, they open up A site the way that they would like. They remove the Phoenix from the equation, but chalalala, he still has the lockdown, so Full Sense can go for that retake.
Limey Snacks trying to go for the wall bang here. Well, more like the floor bang, if anything. Though, it's going to be a bit difficult to do to pin her on through that because no one's actually playing on hell. Sushi Boy's on the swing. He's going to get the trade off on Chalala, but Limey Snacks will get one of his own. Scary getting another one here for X10. So 1v1. PTC's going to land that shot every time. It brings it now to a true 1v1 here. He does have that Blade Storm on up. Foxes all the way away from sight. He can actually get the half and still get away with it, but he doesn't know where Foxes is exactly. Being very wary of the short position. When right click! Easy peasy for PTC, opening up with the operator and getting the Blade Storm in. He has just enough time for that defuse. 0.38 seconds. Sheesh! As fast they get another round.
That was so big from the Jet because the timing was perfect. Not only was it still enough time to go for the defuse, but look at how basically the Soba swings if you get that part of the replay. Because PTC, he got the operator shot. He goes for the Blade Storm. And honestly, I can't blame Foxes. He was going to be going for it. I think he was going to look to go for that pre-fire and get the shot on. But no, the Jet was just right beside him already. And PTC, a step ahead, allowing Full Sense to keep thread and keep up with the competition. Here we go. We're all tied up. And it's X10 now on the eco. A single hero Spectre here for the side of Foxes.
Oh, well, they're going to have to play the VIP strat, basically, here for Foxes. That's all they got to really work with. Of course, X10 are really good on these eco rounds. We've seen them do some work with it. And look at that wall bang coming in here, tagging Chalala up crazy. He's down to 37 HP off of that. So Cruz getting a proper lineup. Flash on out, guiding light to show them the way. But Zellen's going to spray on through and land it on Cruz, finding the opposing there. Sky, and here comes John Olsen on that Jenny play. Going to hold it down.
And there we have it, John Olsen. He's trying to do it again, and there you have it. Peekaboo, I see you. But Patapan, he's still on the board, and he will get to there. Now, X10, they have a chance at it. They have Patapan with a gun right now, and they're onto a side. But they don't want to fully expose their position yet. Give a bit of a time for the Astra to go for the setup, but the turret will now say hello to the Jet. So Spike planted over and out near the end of the rafters there. It seems like X10 will not only just do the plant here, black and blue, they're also going to go for the cosmic divide. But look at this one.
No!
Patapan takes advantage. He will see the lineup and he will get the takedown. Love the pixel play there from Scary, and he is going to go for the gravity well as well. Trying to give Patapan the ace, and yes, the teammate will do it. X10 will get that penta, will be able to steal it away from Full Sense. But that cosmic divide was just so smart. Usually, you see a cosmic divide to cut off the rafters, and you have to jump on that to see it. But look at this. There's a step, there's a ledge where Patapan can step on, and he just crunches the numbers, just steps on the opposition. And Scary, teammate, MVP, didn't go for the kill himself, waited for Patapan to show up just to give him that ace.
This is what sets a team like X10 apart from the rest. Just how they are so fine micro-wise. Like, that little small decision, or like, I guess, minute detail of having that small step when you actually get up on the rafters so you can actually swing on it and make a play is so huge, and that's what gets him. Patafon, of course, a great ace to get that round. Just, geez, man, this guy is insane. PTC, though, opening initial, like, peak there towards Link. Not finding much, but his own demise soon, because he's down to 70 HP. Has to make full use of that. Here comes the flash, blinds himself with it. It happens to the best of us, John Olsen, don't worry.
It happens. You know, basketballs are bouncy, and sometimes curveballs get a bit bouncy as well. And in all honesty, that's one of the perilous things about playing the Phoenix, right? The curveballs can easily bounce back at you. Your utility, your kit, is all about that CQC. But players like John Olsen, make it work anyway, and here he goes. But no, Patafan now feeling the heat, getting the crack shot yet again. He got the ace a while ago, so you know, in a dry peak situation, he will have that momentum. He's looking for another one though, not seeing anyone through the smoke so far. But on to A side, it's PTC falling up top. Scary though with the kill. Patafan shrugging off the Nano Swarm, and this is perfect because he knows that the Sova is here with the Hunter's Fury. Chalala though gonna fall there. Patafan now saying evacuation time to back on away, but X10 getting the kills that they need.
Got the vertical angle here too, and great capitalization on that coming in there from Patafan. They knew the Hunter's Fury was on out. Zellen will get the frag in the Cruz to stay on alive. He's going to try and TP his way out though too. Now, he did not find Lammy Snacks on that, on the Sova. He was able to find Chalala actually on the rotate there from spawn, but still, case in point, he got the frag off of it, off the information. He does build his, Blade Storm now because of that. So Zellen, in 1v4, looking to just save this, but they're coming his way. He could potentially find a frag in Chalala. He does, a head being found by him. That's a second now. Could potentially escape. Nope, Patafon too wise to do that to him. We'll get the third. And now X10 looking to extend this lead again.
Like we said, feels like a game of momentum coming into play here, black and blue. X10 from the start, Full Sense in the middle, and now as we're getting later and later into the end of the first half, it's back to X10's court. It really just is these two teams basically dribbling the ball and passing to each other, giving chances to one another, exploiting the weaknesses as much as possible, and really finding their form along the way. Overall, though, this is going to be a series that can get exciting, but my only worry here, if it's one team who can pull on away, it can be a situation where it goes 1, 2, and 3, and we're done with the set. And it seems like X10 right now has the advantage. Full Sense, though. How will they play it out? Unfortunately for them, they only have the Sheriffs. Lockdown play right now being initiated here by Sushi Boys as well. And X10, they're a bit surprised that no one's here. It's like, ICELAND, oh clear? Okay, sure, let's put the spike down, use the guns that we have to our advantage, and set it up for another round win.
Well, shop's open, take what you want. They do get the plant off of that. Here though, on the fragging capability, Foxes, he will get taken down by John Olsen. We talk about fragging capability, even the Sheriff, he's going to get that, but Cruz, he does get the trade off on the John, and Sushi will get it on the PTC. Double swing coming from them, and here they come on in. It's a 1v4 with Chalala very low here. Both of them Sheriffs in hand, Patafon taking him down. The That's all going to be on him. 1 HP, but not land the shot. Patifan will come here with the duel with that Sheriff too. Show him who's the boss, and X10 get their largest lead of the game so far. Up 3 now, looking to close the half.
That was a great know-how there by Patifan from down below. Cruz also with a stellar peek there onto main, but he just goes on in. After the kill from below, he knows exactly where he can shoot the wall and hit the people up top. X10 right now 1 away from ending this half with an 8-4 standing. But we're not done. Full sense. They know if they can get this round, they can easily tie it up if they get the pistol into the next one. And the thing is, if Full Sense can get X10 to walk into the game plan yet again, then that might be the call. But they would just see 2 Odins there trying to battle. Lammy Snacks on the other side, but in the end, apparently 1 Odin better than 2. The machine guns were making some noise. We're gonna go for that 21 gun salute, but apparently Lammy Snacks will fend off the competition so far. So X10 now says, screw that, it's not happening. It was pretty funny. It was nice to play at. It's not gonna work out. Let's go over to A instead.
He comes out to Hunter's Fury, might get the tag on that. He is pinged, and so he's trying to fish for it, but not going to get anything. Maybe a dirty old boot is all he pulls out from the river. Hunter's Fury wasted there by Foxes. Now, a Cruz on 50 HP. This could be very dire for him as he's walking up the catwalk, although nobody there to necessarily punish him. Al drone out here towards a pizza, not going to find anything to cook, and well, Patifan using his Blade Storm on that in the meantime.
Dylan backs on away, gets the kill off the Foxes and the Scary. Goodbye to the intel, goodbye to the stars, and hello to a quick little door to demise. John Olsen though finding Patifan there as well. It's now 4v2 in Full Sense. Looking to be in full control of this one, but Cruz, he has other plans, unfortunately for him. Knife out, and Chalalala will greet him on the other side. It's now up to Sushi Boys, but like we said, Full Sense, they still can get a handle of things. Right now, they're just getting the duels anyway. MVP performance there from Zelen, but the running back doesn't even need to get used. Lammy Snacks with the Odin. He is the Odin god of this matchup. He is the one blessed by the Norse gods there. And we go into the next half, 7-5.
Well, he's definitely showing up here, and that's what you need when you're coming up against a Titan such as X10. But with X10 still having a 7-5 lead, if they take this, they can start to walk away with things. But FS, if they take the pistol, man, it should be a tied game on up. And so they're still, all things considered, neck and neck. It will have to come down to a good opening pistol attacking round here, though, from the side of FS, Full Sense, to really bring them into their full senses. As look at this, X10, they're looking to make a play here towards this A main position. You see Flash already prepped up on the sky. Patifan ready to dash on in if ever anything does come on awry. PTC playing that vertical angle, will not find a frag. He does get lots of information. Patifan's be very careful, but gets away with it too scot-free. Zelen taken down, and he doesn't even take a hair of damage on him.
Familiarity again. You could see that they just ignored Patifan, right? Because they knew the gravity well will suck him in. Unfortunately, though, it's still X10 winning out the duel anyway. Even if you set up the play, you still have to hit the shot, and it's Patifan getting the takedown instead, and PTC already quite low. In any case, though, John Olsen, look left, look right. Unfortunately, he didn't look left again, and it was a little too late as Foxes got the shot anyway. 5v3, looking very dire here for the side of Full Sense, and this is a round that is instrumental for them. We said it already. They get the pistol, they have a good chance to tie things up, but if X10 gets it, could go from 8-5, 9-5, snowball out of control there. And Full Sense, they're suffering right now as X10 has still made their play work.
It's a 2v5 here. PTC very, very low. A single bullet should do him on in. That's a scary thought right now. If you're here in mid too, with Shalala very low, single tap, that's all he needs. A single bullet lands, a triple for Patifan, and the end, Cruz will close it on off. 8-5 and X10. They want to pull away with this. FS, though, Full Sense, they're going to have to find some way to keep in this fight. They're going to be on this EQ. You can see them super low by around the K left in some of their pockets. That's not a good situation to be in. Could not get frags to get that economy on up. They did not get the plant off as well. And so if I'm Full Sense right now, what they should be playing for here is maybe stack up towards a site, pick it A or B, whichever, but pick a site, try and go for that plant at the most, maybe get some frags here and then, but you really have to stabilize your economy, make it expensive for the side of X10, and try and get as much as you can on your side.
Scanning ahead.
X10 now They do have the guns here, and here we go. Ooh, Patapan also a believer of the Bulldog. Let's see what he can do with that one. Thing is, though, for full sense, it's just believe in the one-tap gods, but no Patapan now. Moving the power of that mini rifle. Here we go. It's 1, it's 2. Here for the side of the Jet. And the thing is, it's nice to see Patapan get these kills because look at that, Mr. Black and Blue. From Bulldog to the Blades, he is ready with the Storm coming into this one. Cruz in the meantime, trying to go for a run on by with the Spectre. But it's the same situation here for full sense. It's suddenly 5v2. It's suddenly them down on the lower numbers, and X10 is now closing in the gap and getting closer and closer to the remaining member. Chalalala can't even figure things out. Pass back on the way back to spawn. It's like he's saying, let's just go to the next round. Please stop chasing me already. And X10 is happy to oblige.
Dude, Patafan, he's making the Bulldog look like an actual okay non-right click weapon. Like, he's making it actually look like it's okay to hip fire this thing. Just landing shots at that range. Of course, it was against an eco. Still, doing some great work with that, all things considered. Foxes will close off the round, of course, and now, full sense. 5-9, able to buy up. Looking to go here and take mid control as well as hold off this B main push. Now, you can see Cruz here. He's got the flash ready, guiding light, primed and ready to go. That's exactly what's going to happen. He's been super good at flashing for himself, actually. But full sense, they're playing for mid control now.
Full sense. They do have the guns, though. That's the thing. And I like the call here, at least, to try and play the mid. Gives them the opening over to B side. And as we say, John Olsen, the closer he is, the easier it is to get that takedown. But here we go. Patapan now with the blades. And that's a big shock dart there. Catching out Celadon for the time being. Gets the damage done onto the Omen. John Olsen quite low as well. And Patapan right now moving on forward. That's a flash there, but it's still full sense. Answering back 2-1 in terms of the trades. Low HP though for the Phoenix Fox is trying to capitalize. But Lammy snacks that shock dart volley. Gonna be enough to fend off the competition. And full sense would come out ahead after that skirmish.
Patafan, it could have been a double kill for him there, but unfortunately the timing does not work out. Flash expires and he gets found. But John Olsen taking lots of damage in that. I'm not sure if he still has the hot hands to get himself back up or heal himself just a bit, but here comes out the execute towards this A side. Gravity Well is going to keep him at bay, not wanting to get past the event horizon of that. And here they go with John Olsen at 5 HP. He's got 7 rounds in the mag, going to swing. Sushi Boys are going to line out with a Spectre. He's going to be so formidable. Finding a second, not the third, as Foxes will get the trade on off. Chalala will get his. That's a 1v1 once more with Foxes this time in this situation versus Chalalala. He's going to have to sing and dance because right now he's in a very difficult spot. Fox is very sly, walking up there in the rafters, dropping on down, getting the clutch and finger hearts as well to boot.
He loves that round because full sense, they walk into the trap that X10 has set. And even though initially full sense had the numbers advantage, remember, this is bonus for X10. And they say, okay, thank you for the next round. Thank you for another one. It was so doable there for Foxes in the 1v1 situation. And he said, sure, let me get the kill. And now X10 is just in full control. Things are looking very dire here for full sense. And this is what we were talking about. If one side here gets that heavy momentum, when the pendulum swings in favor of either X10 and or full sense, they can actually run away with it. And X10 right now, cool, calm, composed, and so communicative in what they have to do. That flash there in the leak from Patapan could have really gotten more kills. But for now, full sense still, they've shown their prowess mechanically. They're still trying to fight on back. Patapan, though, cannot hit the up shot. And PTC will punish him with a kill on the Sushi Boys. But Patapan gets the revenge anyway.
Well, he's able to retaliate there on the opposing PTC, but Cruz finding that pick on John Olsen, that's big. It was an eco, it still is an eco here for full sense, and so all things considered, they should be taking this round home X10, but full sense, if they land their shots here in these engagements, especially if Cruz cannot land his like that, it might just be coming their way. But Foxes and Cruz finds one apiece. Should be a quick clean up here on Chalalala once more, last left alive. That's a third now for Cruz, in control. 11-5, they've taken this. A single away from match point, Dax. It's looking like a runaway job here for X10.
Yeah, this is cruise control here from X10. Again, the flash is a bit on point from the sky. And look at it, 11 assists. Time after time, he gets these big birds to really get the big flashes. And the group of gameplay of Full Sense is getting punished because of it. Unfortunately for Full Sense right now, they're just not able to really use the speed of PTC as much as they would like. They aren't able to play basically another off angle with what they're trying to set up on. And with X10 getting the reads and getting the proper utility at the right time, then it really has allowed X10 to control this battle. Besides that though, Patiphan on the operator is still able to get the punish anyway. Cruz though in the meantime going for the flash again, and see how much of a bother it is. PTC trying to play the N3 and he has to dash on away because of the guiding light, and Patiphan now with the first kill onto Lammy Snacks.
The shot rings out. It's going to land true every time, but Fox is able to get it on PTC as they push on in. Not able to find more here, Patiphan. Information gives away, going for the wall bang. Not going to find it. They're going to be able to walk their way in towards the side. Scary's going to find a double kill. John Olsen, a double of his own, but the triple here in a Scary. They're going to hold them back, and they've taken match point. What a beautiful defense there on the B side from X10.
Classic X10, punish them with utility, make them use theirs, and win it out in a long drawn-out firefight. Eventually, the kill zone gameplay gonna be there, and it really was just X10 setting it up to knock things down. And that's the thing about Full Sense, they're like dominoes sometimes. When one falls, everyone else does follow suit. At the same time, though, if they're all standing, then they really come into one swift motion. Double-edged sword in terms of that, but it's X10 on match point here, Black and Blue.
Oh man, Full Sense. This is just so dire for them. It's very grave, the situation that they've been put in. Patiphan, well, he's gonna be the Grim Reaper here. Could not land that opening shot. Okay, able to escape death itself. But that is not gonna be, well, continuing on for long, as now Cruz holding his pizza position. See if they're gonna be able to flush him on out, letting him walk on by here. Trigger control. Finding one, gonna try and swing. He does have a lot of utility to try and escape, but that Astra Smoke just bought him out and saved his rear.
Seems like sometimes those smokes can be used by the other side, and now X10, they do have that man advantage. PTC has already gone down. Scary in the meantime, watching out for the mid still. Full Sense though, they're waiting for these opportunities. They want to siege on the B side. They do know though for the fact that X10 is prepared. And Patiphan, he already gets that coup de grace onto one more. Chala line. Lammy Snacks though answering on back. And it feels like the execution might be slated for now. But Full Sense, they're trying to make sure that they can postpone it. Foxes though, he's on site and ready to mow them down. Full Sense gonna be walking into the Odin. Can they actually hold against this? Yes, they can, as John Olsen takes care of the Sova.
It's a good find here on Foxes, and they've got a real shot at making this round happen. It's a 3v2. They have the man advantage. They also have good post-line positions right now in X10. With this lockdown, they're going to be fended off, and it seems like they're dissuaded for even trying to go for it. But no, just repositioning here, wanting to go for the spawn side instead, opening things up here in the Lammy Snacks. He's going to get fully eaten, but as they devour him, they'd have to find another one. Oh, Chalala taking so much damage on that wallbang. They've got them on the mark. They know where they are. Here comes out the Stars, trying to align things, but will it be an eclipse for them? As here comes a flash too. Sushi Boy's a second for him. Here comes it on out. They can stick the defuse on the triple, and Scary still gets it off. And wow, what a round from X10. A beautiful retake. And oh no,
they don't have enough time.
No.
That was so close. That was so close. And honestly, there was a critical mistake there by Full Sense, and that was that double stack onto the Speedway. They both decided to go onto the high ground, and from that point on, it looked so awkward for them. Unfortunately though for X10, it had to be Scary getting that kill. If it was Sushi Boys catching out the remaining member of Full Sense first, that would have been the round end, but Scary had to stop the defuse. He had to go for the shot. And apparently, that was just enough. Full Sense, they were saved by a hair here. They were saved by the time bank, and they know it. It's up to them now to prove that they can go for a comeback.
Well, the spike did give out that larger circle, I think, like a split second before they actually got into defuse, and so it will not be a clutch for the X10 side. Though, Full Sense, they're coming into this. They do have the rifles abound. Foxes going for the spray down here towards Pizza. Nothing being found. Just barely dodging these shots coming down their way. He will have that Owl drone for information though. They spot him out now. He's going to be able to actually still continue to play this because there's nothing they can necessarily do to flush him on back aside from go for wall bangs themselves. In that case, when you're up against the Odin, well, it's a losing situation. You can see here now Full Sense trying to avert their attention here towards the A site instead. Lots of utility already being set up though by Sushi. Thing is, will they be, well, sharp enough to cut it open?
Here comes Full Sense, now gonna be throwing out the darts, and into the running back we go. John Olsen, though, his duel is not against a player, it's against a turret, against a star, and against the lightning. Apparently, nature will take his second life there. John Olsen now back to his initial points, as well as no armor right now. X10, though, still holding with the Killjoy, as well as the Astro onto the other side, and Sushi Boy's now with that takedown. He's feeling it after that last round, and Fox is going to be able to get the wall back there over to PC. He's actually mows down PTC from the window. Chalala, trying to pick up that spike. Here we go now. The shock darts are coming, but Full Sense, they do have the time to put the spike down. X10, though, numbers advantage in the retake, and here comes Spotify executing them on the spot, dead from above, and X10 will be 1-up versus Full Sense. 13-6, gonna be our final score line, and not this time Full Sense. X10 take X10 for a loop. And splits, it's okay. Like, X10, they're good at it. They're good at pretty much every map, but from what I've seen from them, it isn't that impactful because you don't have that extra Sova initiation. You don't have that intel to really use. Of course, you can receive Foxes, if I remember correctly, flex on over to a Breach. But of course, that is way far in the future, and that will require Full Sense to get back some maps. Thing is, though, if they can get Icebox away from X10, that will be already a good sign for them. It's X10, though, 1-0 right now in terms of the match score line, and here we go with them on the attacking side.
They're 2 maps away from making their way into Reykjavik, Iceland for that Masters C slot. But X10, they're going to have to go through Full Sense here. It is their map pick to start things off. They're going to be on the attacking side, which is normally the favorite actually here. Though some teams like making that comeback on the attacking side in the second half. So it will be a bit of a discrepancy. Zelen, the only player here, actually the foremost player here for the side of FS. He's going to find one. PTC, though, chiming on in with a Sheriff on pistol. Who does that? Well, Foxes. He's able to get the trade off of PTC. A second, a third for him. The Sheriff laying down the law. Outlaws, be aware. His Sushi Boys, he's going to get the trade, but the quick pistol round, exactly what they needed here, FS, to get into the game.
It's high noon on Icebox, basically. That was just a dead eye shot from the likes of Zelen PTC. And Zelen, who was a hero, he stood his ground. He said, I am not afraid. And sure, he was taken up to the high heavens. He is going to be having a drink there with, of course, the Norse gods and more, because he kept alive, died a warrior's death, and PTC, of course, keeping things up and getting the kills there. Now, this is big for the side of Full Sense, because this means that if PTC gets an orb and gets a kill and dies, or whatever kind of combination, he will have the Blade Storm. And this is huge right now for the economy of Full Sense. It allows this team to have even more money than they would expect. X10, though, playing basically a full eco. Besides Sushi Boys, he's the only one with a Sheriff right now. And we'll see how this is going to go at PTC. There you have it. Orb plus kill. That's secured. And it should be the Blade Storm. Oh, he didn't go for the orb completely. He got scared by the smoke. In any case, though, Zelen holding the line onto the yellow box, but Foxes with a takedown.
A good swing there from Foxes, while the Blade Storm isn't up for PTC just yet. Just having that idea. Look at that, Cruz just pushing on in here. Another guiding light to show him the way, and he finds a second. No, he won't. Lammy Snacks fending him off, and Chalala going to answer on back, but it's a 2v2 here. Spectre is retrieved now, coming in from both sides. One Spectre apiece, and will be on the Sova. The Fox is getting that frag in Potifan, finding PTC, bringing it back on the eco. Although, mind you, look at this. Hunter's Fury already on Foxes, and PTC with the Blade Storm on round 3.
What just happened there to Full Sense? X10, they barely had the guns, but just the amount of numbers there by the yellow box, really surprising the close hold. And as soon as they went for that B side, it was just theirs for the taking. Surprise, surprise, inside the Cloudburst there, PTC basically getting caught out from the outside in the middle. And from a potential great economy, especially with the Blade Storm, it now has to be the Hero Blades here for Full Sense. So there you have it, PTC unleashing his ultimate. Fox is ready with his as well. Big plays there from the Sova and Potifan. You gotta like this a lot. He's holding on to the spawn angle. There we go with the peek from PTC, but he's fended off, has to run on away.
There's a full firing squad ready to receive him, so realizes that it's probably wiser not to continue on in that endeavor. Although, they're going to try their luck here towards the A side. Sushi Boy's taking lots of damage. A great shot by John Olsen, though, to get him quite low. Fortunately, you got the Sky to get you back up online. though. Lammy Snacks playing the close angle. It is an eco here. FS, they did lose that second, so they will be in this very light by Sheriffs abound. That's all they got to work with. But they've done some great stuff with the Sheriffs in the hand before. Here comes the Lear to try and buy them some time to make some space. But Lammy Snacks is going to be the first one to play contact. No, John Olsen will taken down here by Cruz as they enter towards the site. Scary finds a second.
X10, they're feeling the momentum from the previous round, and they're going at it again. 5v2 for now. Zelen and Chalalala, the only ones left. The thing is, it's only Sheriffs here on the other side. It's going to be difficult because Zelen, he loves to play the anchor, but apparently when the anchor is being dragged along, it's a bit difficult for him to get that position. In any case, though, sees the head of one, cannot get the tap. Tatfan there with the kill onto Chalalala, and Foxes still at it again. Honestly, Foxes, he's really woken up in the grand finals. He has 6 kills right now. He was impressive at the start of Ascent as well. And he was the reason why X10 was in this position in the first place, coming in from the upper bracket finals. Critics might say he does come off a bit inconsistent sometimes, but in all honesty, in the situations and in the matches that X10 needs him the most, that's when he turns it up. That's when he is just on the next level. And you're seeing it right now. The Sova taking the lead here for X10.
He's just got ice in his veins. He's a cold-blooded killer is what Fox is, and never lets you down. So, Patifan, while he may be the biggest gun here, Fox is the most accurate, and Patifan, he's going to land that shot there. A good opening pick there as the Sage goes on down. So much sustainability and so much stopping power already removed here to get the round off here for the side of X10. So they will be playing on the opposite side of that. Yellow being held here by side of S, but Cruz, a double coming his way. Zelen, he's going to be taken down eventually. Scary finding one of his own. John also coming on here on the right. He's going to whiff that, and there it goes. Sushi Boys heftily punished on that. It's a 1v2. He can actually make this happen. He's the Reina. Does not get the heal up. Oh, what a shot here from John Olsen. Brings it to a 1v1, though he's very low and he's out of any heals. He does have the Lear, though, and the Empress to apply.
John Olsen, if he get that headshot, it's going to be so clutch here for Full Sense. Go for a bit of defuse. There's a Pika from Scary, and Peekaboo, the Viper sees you. X10, they had that round in the bag, basically. That whiff, though, happening, unfortunately, for Sushi Boys. Still gonna allow the side of Full Sense to have the chance, but you mentioned it. No more orbs to juggle on around, no more Devars or Dismisses into play. And X10 eventually using that low HP state of the opposition to get the win. So 3-1 right now. X10 looking to run away with it. The economy here for Full Sense has just been broken by that second round win, and X10 has been full steam ahead through the glaciers and through the Ice of Ice box as they are keeping up this lead.
Spike drop.
An eco once more coming here from Full Sense. Guardian in the hands of John Olsen. Looking to play that range game. They've got Sheriffs and a Ghost too. Now, as they're walking on in here, PTC, he does have information. Sushi Boys is around the corner. He can get this free frag if Sushi Boys does not check him. So PTC has to time this perfectly. Sushi here towards mid. He's boosted on up. Has to realize this. Gonna play this. Trigger discipline. Oh! With the first, but he does get the second. But Patifan on the other end of things is gonna find the frag. But John Olsen going to double with the Guardian, guiding light here from Cruz. He's gonna find a double of his own, but PTC shutting things down. And what a great comeback round there coming in from the side of Full Sense. Even with the low economy, still bringing things back.
Eco win there for Full Sense, but you know, Black and Blue, that one backstab took longer than the immediate 4v4 that happened on B side. And John Olsen, Guardian in hand, getting the taps that they need. Effort there from Scary to go for the Viper Spit just to break the sight lines, but it was little too late. And Full Sense, we keep saying it, if they are able to get close to you, if you let them get near you without that social distancing, man, they are just gonna gun you down. They are gonna take you down. And you see now that they have stolen the round away from X10.
Oh dear. Well, Hunter's Fury out here. He does get the tag off of that there in the Zelen. Not much more. He will get the frag at the end of things. So Fox is so consistent on that. Finds the opening pick here on the start of the round. Now, with a 4v5, Patifan crawling his way in the kitchen, and he's just gonna cook a souffle here for John Olsen. A second as well. You want one of your own. Here's a double dip in sauce as Lemmy Sacks. He just gets completely devoured, but PTC will get the trade off into that. It's still a 2v4 though, off of the great opening frags from the side of Foxes and Patifan.
Yeah, but PTC, he's in the middle, and Chalala, he's 2 away from getting that red. Still a chance here for the side of Full Sense to try and turn things around. But I love the rotations here from X10. The hunt is on, though. Oh, Foxes, you sly little devil, you. Able to play up top the belt. PTC cannot get the sight lines. It is confirmed, though, that there's people playing the backstab right now. And it seems like X10, they've gotten the intel that they need. They're confirming now past the rafters there, trying to see if anyone's going to be coming from the spawn area. But they know that it's behind them. That's a threat. And there you have it. Chalala going to be going on down. PTC, though, with a catch on to Scary. Besides that, X10 can hang on back. Going to be difficult here for PTC to do it. But a jet onto A site, it's like a kid on the playground, can move on very, very quickly on different angles.
Well, they do get the spike planted down here, X10, so what can PTC do? He's gone big. He's going to have to go huge this time, though. Cloudburst on out to try and save him. He's going to have to filter out as X10 do the same, and that will be another round here for X10 to extend their lead 4-2, thus going back up 2. Though, FS, they've been keeping it close here, Dax. Not letting this one get out of hand, even on ecos like we just saw. Able to bring it back. So PTC should be able to drop on here. He can actually give this Vandal of his, drop on another one, and then use a Blade Storm himself. Maybe that's exactly what they're going to do. They can give here the Vandal to the Reyna on John Olsen. Exactly what he does. Drops for him. Rifle on up. They will have the Spectre here in the Chalala instead. A single away from her res too. His res. But on the side of X10, they've expended all their ultimates. It's going to be a bit dry in that regard.
Yeah, so PTC will still keep a rifle in hand. Chalala just basically going to be onto the Spectre instead. And we'll see now how Full Sense is going to play this, because Zealot, he's already taking damage from the other side. Oh, it's actually the talk screen hurting them just a little bit there. Goes to show, though, how far that ability can go the distance on a map like this. From the garage all the way to B side, it can tag you. It can make you lose 50 HP immediately. And sure, you can get it back, but it's just so pesky, especially in a firefight. So X10 right now, trying to bait things out onto B site, though, making some noise, using that screen as much as possible. But the thing is, it will just be a magic trick here. Abracadabra, we are over to A site. Sushi Boys right now, though, looking to play the flank if ever. But in the middle, John Olsen trying to go for the close contact. It's not going to be enough because Patafan is there to get that takedown. And X10 now setting up on A. And Foxes with a proper lurk, the proper timing, proper patience to catch out Zelen. He's fighting people from afar, but he still does it. Apparently, it's an Arctic Fox in the main thing, but Lammy Snacks there finally shuts him down. Thing is, though, Foxes does so much damage there, Black and Blue.
It was a bit of a meme, but I tell you, ADSing isn't always that bad, especially at that range. Well, still though, it's a 4v2 here. Fox is getting them. Honestly, he secured that round off of that. And so, FS, you can see they're just too intimidated to try even go for the retake, and they're going to fall on back here instead. That will be another round here for X10, just off of a great hold off on that flank coming from Foxes all the way by the submarine. But it will be FS to sink in this round as X10 extend their lead now 3-2, the largest one they've had so far as well. Looking to make it even more.
One of mind games to the defensive holds. X10, they just did everything there to allow them the easiest plant in the world. One single entry was all they needed, and suddenly it was just a Fox's show all the way by their spawn. Seems like for X10, the rules of engagement is not based on where the spike sites are. It just is where they define it, and there you have it. This is looking really good from that now for X10. Full Sense, though, we know it's in them. We know that they have the prowess to fight back against X10. But they're just getting bamboozled right now by Extended Movement. PTC, though, he has a plan. He is going to go for the fight, but he gets dinged there by Patafan. 10 HP now to his name. Cruise in the meantime with a kill there onto John Olsen. He wants one more, and off the A side we go again. Extend right now, hungry for some more kills, out for blood, and are looking to siege here on the right side of the map as Patafan there, over and out, trying to play the updraft, gets back to Phantom, but PTC with the proper timing. Cruise, though, with the counter kill, and now the Seekers are into play, but Chalalala getting a takedown now. He has the res. Can he get a corpse, though? That's the question, as it's 3v3, and X10 finally putting the spike down.
Quick on that one. It's a 3v3 here coming in from Chalala. He does have the resin, so he can potentially get one more member up online. Maybe PTC, maybe John Olsen, both have Opter. And well, there you go. PTC will be coming up back. Sushi Boys on that trade off on Zelen. And Chalala even finding that, but the double coming in from Scary. Terrifying he is. He's going to have to find a third here to find Lemmy Snacks and get the clutch on off. And Lemmy Snacks trying to make this happen. Will get that third here, Scary. I said he's absolutely terrifying the situations, especially as a Viper. And there it goes, X10 go up 4 rounds here. They do burn that res too on the side of Full Sense, and it was PTC to be res on up. Whether he went for PTC or John Olsen, the Jet or the Reyna respectively, they both had ultimates on up, but still in the end, X10, Scary, he's just too good.
Scary just feeling it. A single step to go to a full round, and X10 right now just extending it even more and more here, Black and Blue. This is pretty much the X10 experience, and if you cannot handle it, you are just gonna get overrun by the momentum, by the plays, and just by the sheer force of will that this roster can give you. But Full Sense, though, on the other side, they are no slouches. They've had that redemption arc. They were dropped immediately from the upper bracket to the lower bracket by Paper Rex. And they've gone through that journey, that gauntlet, over the best of ones, over the best of threes, from the lower bracket finals and more to get that revenge. And by God, they want to go for it. They want to beat one of their biggest rivals here from their own region, from their own scene. But X10 right now, they're just getting the kills here. And it seems like Full Sense, they want to make a play, Black and Blue. But X10 says, no, no, no. It's the big boys now. It's our table. And X10 is the one looking to feast onto some more points here.
I mean, Full Sense, they might have had some historically good performances against X10, but X10 right now, they're looking to take this quick and swift. A third for Sushi Boys. He's on the path to getting an ace here. Does pull out the Neural Theft to know exactly where they are. Zelen will be, they're actually both here towards screens. Each finding a pick though, but Sushi Boys finding a fourth. Scary to close off the round. That's a quad kill now coming in there for Sushi Boys, making a complete dish out of these remaining Full Sense members. And they extend their lead now 5 rounds here, 7-2.
Yeah, Sushi Boys, he says, just please forget about that one whiff in that one round. Put this in the highlight reel instead. Put this in our celebrations if ever. Because he got a quad there in the Cypher, really stepping it up. Just goes to show though that when you walk into basically what your opponent is trying to do, and they're like, okay, we're just gonna wait here. We're gonna see who's gonna be getting these kills. It is that Sentinel who hangs on back, gets that takedown, and because Sushi Boys punishes onto the advancements there of Full Sense, that was the show. They went straight onto A side, and it was just like a cakewalk there. So Full Sense back onto the eco. X10 though proving their dominance on their map pick. Thing is though, Full Sense, they still has a chance at this. 7-2. Can become 7-5 if ever. They can steal this round away. Also, they're on the defensive side, so might have a chance there to the attack. And PTC does get spotted in time there, but the Aldron punishes Scary instead. Big pickoff here from the side of Full Sense. X10, they don't have the poison to work with anymore, but Sushi Boys, he's still feeling it. Apparently, he is going to be stuffing them with some Nori right now. PTC, though, over to the nest right now. Gonna get hit, though, by Patafan there. And it's X10 now with the advantage, getting even bigger and bigger.
Oh, they're just opening things up here. It was an initial good opening find there by PTC to get Scaries off. But, well, sounds wrong, but they still bring it on back here, coming on X10. So, Sushi Boys just completely answering back. Lemmy Snacks taken down. It was just a complete dismantling of that eco defense in coming from X10. So, finally though, FS is going to be able to buy up once more. Looking to see if you're going to be able to finally get the stop here, because X10 are just running away with this as we're moving into the last 2 rounds of the half. They need these next 2.
Every single round they can get by this point. When you see that it's X10 on the other side in a scoreline like this, it does feel overwhelming. In this case, it's time to change the pace. Operator is out and about, but you can see the struggles of trying to play the Op versus the Viper. It's still potent, but the timing window is a lot smaller than you expect. And PTC, he's trying to see if someone's playing onto the belt, but no. X10, they have an idea already. They want to go close quarters and stay onto the low ground. And really, they're just avoiding PTC right now. The sidelines are being broken. They cannot get a break here. But okay, that was so close for Scary, but the Viper Spit is still online. He has 8 HP. Sushi Boy's protecting him. Cruz is there as well. And X10 right now, right place, right time, baking a souffle onto A side. And it seems like this is going to be a treat here for X10.
Well, it's a complete poison pie here. Potifon finding that on the PTC. As the Viper's pit is up online, they will be able to get the plant up, but John also into the flank is going to shot Focus down. That's huge. That's a backline defender now removed here, and Sushi Boys will get it on the Zelen. It is now a 1v4. He's going to have to pull out the clutch here, an ace clutch to bring this one home. Gets that one to Cruz, but up above, Sushi Boys will say, hey, you. It's done. 9-2.
Last round before the switch.
Come on, Black and Blue. I thought you were gonna go Space Jam and hey, you, what you gonna do? Hey, you, what you gonna do? And isn't that the question right now? Because Full Sense is trying to do something, but X10, they just got the read anyway. It's not just X10 and their prowess. It really is that familiarity right now between these two teams. But X10 has been able to exploit the, I'd say, the nuances and the biases, basically, of Full Sense a lot more than compared to Full Sense trying to do the same thing in X10. Because PTC, in a pinch, he likes to play that operator. You say that about John Olsen, he loves to come in close. And there are really those rounds where X10 just says, oh, we know what you're going to do. And they call it. They read it. And right now, they're also innovating with that Viper. They're playing into the meta. They're saying, okay, this is how strong she is, especially with the Toxic screen.
Here.
And they work with it. Things are looking so good right now for X10. I was concerned for Full Sense for a map like this because we really don't see them play Icebox. And right now, you can see why. It's 9-2. Still a chance, though. But PTC falling early on. And Potifon there, just executing, pinning the Omen to the wall. The container gonna get shipped with the hoodie tonight. Chalala, though, gonna fall as well. And that wall, it's not gonna do anything. It's completely broken already. John Olsen, though, over to the high ground, but someone is chasing him. And Cruz, he is the hunter here. He is getting another takedown. 10-2. X10 and a half in dominating fashion.
Switching sides.
He just completely ate them alive, Dax. Here, Potifon, you saw that opening pick here on the Zalen, and as he went for the swing too on the updraft. Coming up here, Tapu, he didn't even need the updraft actually. He just hopped up of the container and got another quick head for him. Cruz, though, in control once more. This guy, I tell you, he's got the GPS built into his system. He knows what to do in these type of situations. He got the flow chart. He's going 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what we're going to do. X10 looking for more, as they're only 2 rounds away from match point, and that could easily be a single map away from Reykjavik.
Looking very tired. Full Sense. They need this pistol and fast. It's a clean reset for them. No ultimates. Back on the pistols. Barely any utilities. The Full Sense cannot win this. X10 is just prime position to get another map on the board. It really feels like the ball is in their court right now. The pressure is on. And X10, they're preparing the hoop. They're preparing right now on the A side. They're stacking appropriately. And they're really seeing where Full Sense is going. PTC, he's taking some damage already. Even though Potifon there was spotted out by the Al drone, it didn't matter. John Olsen now to the mid. Here we go with the screen in the way. John Olsen though with the kill off to the Jet. That's a good start here. And can the Reyna get some more? He only has one more up to use. Cruz though on the board. PTC, the Sheriff gun is back on the beat. Looking for the beat down. He's gotten 3 so far. It's up to Scary now to figure things out.
Oh, well, it's a 1v4 here right now. Scary is able to find that with a classic in hand, but getting caught out in the reload. It will be a round for Full Sense to try and get back into this. Now, with this, they should be able to get the bye here and maybe get the 4th round on the board. That should, by all means, is what's going to happen. Stick to the script here, Full Sense, because we want a bit more of a, I mean, to say the least, I guess, a competitive series. And right now, it's not looking that way. X10, they've been stomping this map number 2, to be very blunt and frank with you. But Full Sense, they can't let this continue on. They're finally on the attacking side, which is a favorite side here in Icebox, but still, they have the weapons advantage, a 7-round cushion between them.
Yeah, comeback time has to be a go from Full Sense, and apparently, oh, PTC, Guardian gameplay. Here we go again, seeing these guns, and oh, I see Zelen with his signature Bulldog. I honestly have no idea why the Titans run these different guns, and I love it. I am enjoying it, because you don't see the Bulldog too often, you don't see the Guardian too often. The Guardian, I think, really fits well with Astra-based comps, because you can really set things up. But Zelen, he is Beast Unleashed with that gun, especially in the 2nd round. Sushi Boys, though, with a quick little tap there to get that takedown onto the Omen. John Olsen catches out Sushi Boys, and he's goading Potifon right now. He's like, fight me, come on, let's have a duel. He's waiting for the Jet to show on up, sees the white hair, and that will be the wind blowing into the sails of Full Sense instead. 10-4, they take the first 2 rounds, but now it's time to get tested here as X10 will have the buys they need.
They're on the defensive side here, though, and X10, they've done some great things, especially with that Viper. here towards that B site, that's going to be such a huge detriment here for the side of Full Sense. They're going to have to find out some way to stop Scaries from just being so terrifying, as he always is, especially on that Viper. Done so much great stuff, but now you can see playing a bit more spread out. They don't necessarily want to get kind of filtered into a single lane. That's what they're trying to avoid right now with the guiding light to open things up here for the side of X10 on this defense on the A site. Full Sense are playing it slow.
Yeah, Full Sense. Slow and steady apparently is going to be the pace for now. X10 though, in the meantime, they know they have the guns. They don't want to give it up to Full Sense whatsoever. So I like this a lot from the attacking side. They just want to play for picks, get the advantage, and maybe, just maybe, steal a gun on away. But of course, that timer is not on their side. X10 right now basically playing the defensive hold with the Viper. And this is the other wall that you see more often than not coming into the scene. Oh, that's an interesting camera there to watch over yellow. But the first one really is the one that cuts through the garage, over all the way to that A entrance that is closer to the green box. But the second one here, it's for protecting A. So X10 gonna be hanging on back on the other side, waiting for someone to come and get hit by the decay. It really goes to show, though, that Scary knows his stuff, knows his setups, and he is going to be going for the fight here. There you have it. Scary right now, cooking up one from the boiler. Lambie Snacks going on down. Zelno, in the meantime, trying to surprise Sushi Boys, but since he has the camera there, over to yellow, he knows no one is in position. John Olsen, though, comes close with the Guardian, wins it out anyway. PTC with the blades after the fall of the Reina. And it is going to be 3v2 after everything is said and done. Foxes, though, catching out one, catching out two, 3 for the round, and X10 will make it 11. It's going to be a big, big target on their backs here, because Full Sense, they know they cannot afford to lose any more rounds coming into a map like this.
I told y'all, man, coming into this, you know, a lot of the spotlight is on Potifon, but Foxes, he might just be the best player on this team. He's been doing so much work on that, and look at this, a quick and clean lineup for him. 1, 2, 3. Battle Pengus here, ready to get the action going, but X10, they're ready to secure this map. FS, if you lose this, that might just be it. They're going to be on the eco, light buy, force buy, and they will be at match point, so that's an even bigger problem for them.
Full Sense. They don't want to be losing out the slot to Iceland here versus X10. I think both teams are relatively happy that their country, that Thailand, has become the representative to the region. But of course, as a player, you want to be the ones bringing that banner. You want to be the ones going on that trip. And X10 right now, it does feel like they want to be basically the back-to-back champions of SEA. Masters 1 was under the belt. They're looking to perform and become the rep to Masters 2 here. John Olsen, though, never count this guy out because he really is one of the strongest duelists here in the SEA region. PTC also no slash, catches out one. Here comes Lambie Snacks as well. And between those three players, Black and Blue, all of them are so potent at getting the takedown. Sometimes Lambie Snacks playing things like the Rays on maps like Split. Scary, though. Over and out. Here onto the top east side. This is an interesting corner here, waiting down below the staircase. But this is so difficult right now for X10. I don't think they're going to be going for the siege anymore. They're just trying to get a bit of the punish as Full Sense. They've fully secured that A site and should be able to fully secure the round.
Zelen be the sole guy here in the site as well with PTC. But they do get the round, so they're staying on alive here. X10 will go for the save instead there in Scary and Sushi. They're holding on to the Vandals. They know that their economy isn't necessarily the best right now. Still, they are in a comfortable lead to play off of. A single away from match point 2 from taking map number 2. And so, Full Sense starting to build some steam here. They've gotten a few rounds in a row right now, actually. 3, make that. Looking to extend it to a 4th, and they're going to have to play almost perfectly moving on here, Dax, because every single round that they take is a round not given to X10, and that's going to be huge. X10, with this lead that they're already in, 6 rounds over FS. It's a bit difficult to deal with. Still, maybe more palatable than it was earlier on, but it's going to be quite a tough endeavor. As now FS looking to make a play towards A once more. The eco coming in for X10, but they're great on this. Look at this initial opening guiding light, but still going to fall on back.
Full Sense hanging on around, and I'm liking the reservations here for Full Sense. They're basically saying to X10, sure, try to make a play, we will punish you. And there you have it, PTC. Just on the angle there. That's the thing about Icebox, especially on the attacking side. there are really these big openings that you can suddenly see from the offensive. And sometimes when you're on the defense, you forget about it. PTC, he's on a roll. He's gotten two so far. Patapan gonna go on down there. Seems like the Jet looking to go for the push again. John Olsen gonna get that one. And PTC correcting himself to get that triple. Another 8 tick. And Sushi Boys is like, guys, you're all dead? Okay, time to hide. Because this is gonna be another round won by Full Sense.
That was kind of a force, though, from X10 here. And so, Full Sense, a quick cleanup job, flawless so far. Looking to close it out and clean. With Sushi Boys, they're hunting for him. They don't want him to be able to save that rifle once more. They know they've hurt the economy here right now of X10. And so, they're trying to do as much damage as they can economically towards that X10 side. So, you know, when it comes to war, it's not only about, you know, your kill count or how many frags you get. But there also is that war of economy. There also is the economical win. If this was Civ, you can go for the religion win, you can go for any win. In this case, they're going for that economy win. And Sushi Boys, he's going to fed him on off. And just like a very set strategy, he just finds the right proper pieces to make it happen. Getting that triple and escaping with it too. A criminal in the night.
If Sushi passes you in the conveyor belt, might as well not go for it. And Sushi Boys, he proves it there. That is such a solid hold there by the Cypher. And honestly, from Sushi Boy's performance after that single whiff, he's really stepped it up for the team. And this basically is scary for Full Sense. Now that they know that Sushi Boys can do this, that he has 15 kills, I don't think they're gonna go for that B site whatsoever. And this is a good call for X10. The Cypher is hot, the Cypher is striking. Put him on A instead and strike even more fear in the hearts of Full Sense. Even though Full Sense have got it the past few rounds, it's X10 still in the lead. And that Sushi Boys waiting on the other side is probably the prime target of this offensive.
Well, you're gonna have to globally agree on that, Dax. It's PTC is walking his way on in, and the question is, how will they take this? Oh, Tripwire here. Might get caught on it. Spots it on out just at the last second. As they're making their way. Oh, there it goes. Lammy Snacks taking that frag there in X10. Scary being taken on down. It's a good opening find for them. Sushi Boys trying to answer on back, but nothing being found. Information given away. Potifine will find PTC.
Yeah, there we have it. Foxes though, Hunter Fury so secure with the shot and that takedown. And this is big because Full Sense have been relying on the duelists to make the openings. It's been the big reason why they've gotten the A side. It's up to Lammy Saxon right now to get that takedown on the Patapan, and he does so. But Sushi Boys, he is still a beast unleashed. Tries to go for another one, but Lammy Stacks on the high ground. 2v1. Still doable though for Cruz. He has the Seekers available. He can choose to do so and try to time it right with the concuss. And there you have it. It's gonna be the Jellyfish looking to fly on around. Guiding Light gonna be into play as well. And we'll see right now where the locations of Full Sense are. Send me your location because I'm gonna give you a new vibration, but no Zelen. Still able to hold that line. Full Sense now 4 away from tying things up, and X10, they now have to be on notice. This is not them having rounds to give too many anymore. It's Full Sense getting closer and closer for a potential comeback.
They're slowly crawling their way back in this game. They're on the attacking half, which is a favorite side, and so they do have a chance here, Dex. It's only a 4-round lead now, cut down. And from that 8-round lead, they've cut things down to half, and now they look at the ultimate economy as well for either side. 4 here for FS, 3 on the side of X10. It's going to be an all-out battle here from these two teams. Patifan already burning his Blade Storm, trying to make a play, but the eco coming in from X10. What a great shot there from Foxes, all the way in the boiler, just deleting PTC. That's a huge find for him, taking lots of damage, but this flank from Sushi Boys, it's going to be amazing too. He does have that the Vandal retrieved, and of course, here comes out the ultimate. They know exactly where they are. Hats off to him. Cruz capitalizing in that too, Dax.
Oh. Intelligence wins wars, and X10 will win that battle. Foxes in the middle, making an opening. Sushi Boys with the backstab, and Cruz just controlling that tube and putting X10 on map point. What a way to break the hopes, dreams, and momentum of Full Sense with that eco round. But in the end, Full Sense, they were able to build up the economy for the past few rounds. There still is a chance here, Black and Blue. Blade Storm for PTC. 3 other ultimates gonna be online. Rifles abound. X10, they're not done with Full Sense just yet on Icebox. Patapando over to the operator, and PTC's life is over already.
Oh, a quick opening round here. And so X10 They do find that opening pick. Oh, look at this flag coming from John Olsen, though. He snuck his way in. Dismiss on now. Lammy Snacks will get the trade off there on the Sushi Boys, covering his retreat. And they've just opened the thing on up. They should be able to get the plant on here as they do. Scary will find Zelen to bring it to a 3v2, keeping the round still alive. But they've got their work cut out for him.
On Olsen versus Bataban, a tale as old as time in the Thai scene. You can really see why, getting kills for their teams. Full Sense able to make an opening thanks to the efforts of the Reyna. Scary though with backstab, not gonna happen whatsoever. Lammy Snacks is feeling it, and since he's on the Sova, he's gonna be able to hold those angles. Cha-la-la, making Foxes sing to this tune. Because Full Sense, their anthem is still sounding. They're still alive here on Icebox. 12-8, and if you only watch that first half, you wouldn't expect a scoreline like this, but Full Sense proving why they are here in the grand finals.
Oh man, Full Sense just
Play remaining.
making it happen in such dire situations. A great flank there coming from John Olsen to find the open double pick. It seemed like to be going awry as Patifan found that opener with the operator. Full Sense though staying alive. They're still within reaching distance of this. It is a 4-round deficit though. The crews, look at that long angle. Fox has been so good in trying to contest this with that Sheriff. He found that opener a while ago on the eco. Very thrifty from him. He's gonna have to try and replicate that though, as they're now on another forced by Patifan, not landing that super uncharacteristic, but PTC will punish him for it.
Yeah, ain't it happening? And here we go again. Full Sense in the aggression between Lammy Snacks, PTC, and John Olsen. They're the ones taking point and taking command of this game. And of course, Zelen able to play a little bit on the angles. Cha-la-la-la, finding those targets and has the rest available as well. Things are looking good right now for Full Sense, but X10, they're on the prowl. Full Sense still answering back. And there you have it. Zelen and Cha-la-la-la, the ones who defend these sites, these plants. They're doing it yet again, giving the advantage here to the side of Full Sense. It's up to Sushi Boys. And the thing is, it's... Oh, he's saving with a Sheriff. So, plan of action is to play the exits. But I'm a bit worried because he's not close enough to die to the spike. And yeah, he only has a revolver right now. So what's the plan here, Sushi Boys? But Full Sense. My oh my. Great round there. PTC catching up Patapan. 12-9 down to be the score. And let's go. Let's go, Sushi Boys. What's the plan? What are you gonna do here, Mr. Cypher? He drops down to get executed. There you have it. 12-9. X10 now only have a 3-round lead.
Might have been better to play a bit closer there to the B main, the B long position, but still, well, it's a 3 rounds away from tying things on up here. Great play coming from FS in these dire situations. They made the comeback almost happen within reaching distance of that. They're at the cusp of it here, but they're gonna have to play perfectly from now on. At this match point, X10, they can afford another eco. They can afford that. They do have the 3-round cushion to play with. The Guardian coming on out. Judge as well. Jury's still out and how that will perform. But with all these Sheriffs here, they've done some great work at X10. Maybe they can land their shots and maybe swing this on back. We've seen them do it time and time again. Will it be another one of those here?
It's time right now though for the high ground, and you can see now Scary is getting involved. Look at this A side. Look at how much green there is, and it's a sea of green that Full Sense doesn't care about because John Olsen will catch out Cruz and Zelen with the kill on the Sushi Boys. Though Patifan waiting onto the other angle finds that takedown. Sheriff tap there to destroy the Reyna's momentum, and Patifan now he's looking for another one, but there's the rest now for Cha-la-la-la over to John Olsen, bringing back the Reyna to life, giving a bigger advantage right now to Full Sense. 5v3. Here they come to go for the rotate actually.
It's a 5v3. Not any picks being found here. None of them being found by X10. They do go down to the picks here of FS. Nothing being found. Although they might just found Foxes here being very sly. Paranoia on that smoke rather. As PTC will take him on down. That Lear just buying him the space for him to not even have a chance to contest that. The Scary with the Guardian at range. Will get the head of Lammy Snacks, but that's all he's going to find. It will be down to Patifan here with the Sheriff. What can you find, though? On the lurk, trying to get them out as they exit, but I think he's going to try and commit to this peak. Better to go down early than go down late. Here it goes, Patifan. He'll be taken down, and cha-la-la. As they do secure that round X, they're only 2 away from tying things on up. But now Extended should be able to buy, and they're going to be put to the test here. Can they stand up to this? Can they hold up to that? Even after the great shot there by Patifan, still, now with the guns, this is where they really are going to try to make the stand.
They need to shut down the entries. PTC, John Olsen, Lammy Snacks. If these 3 fall, it's going to be difficult for Full Sense to actually go for the take. Even though Zelen and Chalala have been incredible, this just hasn't been their map in terms of getting those clutch kills. And it'll be a lot easier for X10 if they can isolate those 3 prime targets right now on the other side and get the takedowns that they need. So here we go. 2 rounds to gap. X10, oh, they're actually going to be pseudo abandoning B. The only one there is Scary, but he's playing over to the middle area, actually. And the thing is, this is a good read from X10. If Full Sense decides to go for the push over and out on the A side, it will be X10 prepared. And that toxic screen, it's really playing in the mind games here versus Full Sense. X10 giving information, but they don't really care what they give out. They're ready on the other side.
Oh dear. Well, Patifan, he's on that operator once again. He's been doing so much good here for the side of X10. With that, he's going to need to land a shot still, as here comes a swing from PTC. He has to be very careful because I think they're closer than he even realizes. He's looking up all the way there towards like the nest in the back of A main, but here comes a swing. He's going to land that flick though, gives him Blade Storm, and looking to take the fight close. Oh, a single tap, 2 taps, 2 kills coming in from Patifan. Will he get the third? Here he goes at distance, a triple kill for him, a 4K, and what an amazing end off of the great
by X10 and basically win this 3-0 and show to them that they're the best, not only in Thailand, but also here in Southeast Asia. Or will Full Sense keep the dream alive? Onto the nice edge we go. And this game number 3 is the crucial of most crucials.
X10 proved it to us last time that they were the top dogs in SEA. Will they be able to do it again up against their fellow countrymen here? Full Sense, standard lineup coming up from them. They're going to gear up and try to figure a way into the sights of X10. Meanwhile, X10, they playing a little bit more, I'd say, unorthodox here with the single duelist, 2 initiators, and a sentinel on their squad. Take note, by the way, Full Sense have no sentinel on their squad, and so they're going to have to win a lot of rounds on the attacking side if they want to stand a chance against X10.
Yeah, but we have seen John Olsen again really pop off on this Phoenix. Where did that shot come from? This is just was just a wall bang from Fox all the way back of the site. Lammy Snacks immediately uses his dog. Tasmanian Tiger. Somebody who's being a bit of a stickler there, but Scary has to back away as the molly comes in. John Olsen goes in wild, utilizing the wall of his teammate. And this should be a fair little push onto the side itself. Fox wanted to go in for the take. Lammy Snacks instant into the corner, although his body spotted at the edge of the sphere of that smoke.
And playing around the smoke is the name of the game here. There were quite a few that were deployed from them to dip and dodge into. Zelen, 21 HP. That's the snake bite. That's the lineup has already been used. Chalalala has one more himself. He has the Molotov. Follow on top of the snake bite. He gets it off before he goes down here. And Zelen, what is he going to do here? They have to defuse already. They don't really have time on their side. It finally goes down here. It's going to be a tight one. He's even going to get out. Oh, no, I don't think he has time.
I think he has.
Barely. 0.52. And that's a retake. Nicely done here by X10. Full Sense definitely made it close, especially with a molly from the Brimstone and the snake bite from Viper. That could have been the round for them.
Yeah. Chat has to know right now that sometimes the audio cue for our observer client doesn't have the most accurate for that spike. So sometimes if we do hear that it's about to explode, but maybe it's a bit too fast or maybe it's a bit too slow, we have to just check if it does get diffused or whatnot. But very close round for X10 there. A lot of utilities being thrown. The post plant was good, but there was enough time for X10 to orchestrate their little clutch play there and still be able to take one down. John Olsen charging right in. You can really feel that by his movements, he just wants to be able to start off and get Full Sense their advantage. But the problem now with that, even if he's crack of a shot, his movements are, I think, what's the word here, Lestrado, are kind of red. They just know what's happening.
Yeah, they kind of know the ebb and flow of his tides. And X10, however, they're going to push. And in a little bit of an interesting location, Cruz somehow sneaks all the way back and behind. pulling out a flash here. It's good enough to find another kill onto Zelin. And he's going to find a fourth in the name of Lammy Snacks. 4 kills for Cruz. They only lose a member on X10 side. That's a great bonus round. That's a great, not bonus, that's a great eco round for them. And they're going to go into their bonus now here with quite a bit of decent money that they can take into the following ones. It's starting off really strong here. And it's getting, you know, I know it's only 2-0, Asarai, but 2-0 is scary considering how much momentum X10 have on their favor. This map reset should have been full Sense's opportunity to swing things back. And if they don't get this next round, they're in big, big trouble.
Yeah, all momentum's in the favor of X10 here. John Olsen just needs a kill or a charge to have his ult up. Very crucial because he can get the initial push, without really having to truly die. PTC very close onto the side of the corner there as the camera does dink him. One to the back, it's going to be Sushi Boys who comes into the side, and the flashes kind of do not alert PTC that one was onto his corner. Patifan was right here as well with the rest already of X10. Very quick to go for that rotate, forcing the spike to go back into Octagon for whence it came. And with this 3 versus 4, not looking too good. This is not what they want to happen in Patifan. The bloodlust on this one coming right in, leaping into the capable hands of Zelin, who does clutch it very, very well. But it's the 1 versus 1, down to 47, and the spike was dropped all the way back onto Octa, as his opponent will just be Fox, who doesn't seem to have a proper weapon, only has a Spectre and Sheriff. And this is maybe where Zelin can find his mark. But Fox, already being the clairvoyant, future-minded person that he is looking towards the A site, willing, hoping that Zelin is going to be there. But with Zelin having some breathing space, with the timer still at 20, he can maybe scour out B first. But he has to be aware that that is about to go to the red. And yeah, he has to go for that quick little plant. Fox is waiting as well. And you should be hearing the footsteps right here, right now, just on the nick of time. And he has to go. Drop it. And Fox is about to come in.
Oh, that's going to be enough. That's going to be the kill. Oh, it doesn't. I thought he knew the line. I thought he had the lineup. Does he have the timing, though? He does get spotted, and he gets the kill. Fox. What a play there. Very, very critical. That was the bonus round from X10 secured. And a little bit of a parting goodbye spray just to seal the deal onto that round here. Well played from X10, and man, full sense. This is already starting to become hot water for them.
Zelin, rather unfortunate he got picked by that last pulse on the recon dart. If he didn't, you saw the POV of Fox. He didn't even know where Zelin was going to be coming from. It's a 50-50 if he's going to be coming to the left or right of Tube. And he was about to swing out. The timing was just barely missed. And at that range with the Spectre with 47 HP, you can't really blame Zelin for wanting to try to go for a more initiative type of play. In any case, that will still be the W for X10, and they've all but broken the economy of Full Sense on a bonus round for them nonetheless, and at least they do carry over a bit of cash, like you said here, Ilu, when Patifan doesn't miss the shot, or doesn't miss the chance to buy himself a sniper. And where does he actually gravitate towards is only the showers, but they do leave him there. The 4 of X10 immediately go for the B side.
That's going to be a definite hit onto B. Can they get it? Hunter's Fury is going to find one. So will Cruz. So will Sushi Boys and X10. They're hanging on here, keeping a clean round up. And just when I say that, Limey Snacks lands a disgusting wallbang headshot through the floor right there, but he's only got 30 HP left. I thought that Shock Dart would actually do the trick, but it didn't. And basically a miracle. Just misses the timing on that. Nobody's peeking him. The discipline here for X10, they know that this round is critical, and so they're not trying to make any false moves, not trying to make any big mistakes that might give them away. Spike has been collected, but with 30 HP and a Sheriff, I don't know, man. Maybe if he can get this now.
Not even a chance to peek the other guy waiting at the other side of the entrance of B. Look at how much utility was just thrown here. PTC, he was about to go for the flights onto the site. He was hoping, but everything was thrown nigh just the kitchen sink. And Fox, look at that shot there. He knew what was coming. And even if that wasn't a aggressive hunt for Lammy Snacks, you just gotta feel the pressure already, because technically they know the general position of Lammy Snacks, and all they have to do is really box him in. Cruz was already looking at B main, so there's no chance of the B long being controlled by Lammy Snacks. Patifine was already on market, so if they try to go for A, there's a sniper waiting at the bow to just take him down. Very close quarter combat here for Sushi Boys, playing to the corner, and PTC backs away smartly as he does have in there a tripwire. So, easy wall bank for the Vandal if he does get caught by that. In full sense, you have a lot of respect. Very slow play now compared to what they did a while ago, which was a very, very aggressive. The problem here is when they show their forces, they don't really like to back away and kind of go for the baits and bait out the utility as well, which allows the rest of X10 to basically do that. Although, shot to Scary will be good.
4v5, excuse me, and up from above, APC, they get that big kill here onto Fox. Patifan's still alive in the bathrooms, always a threat, so I wouldn't count him out on this. This is a pretty good position to have. And the swing and the punish from Patifan doesn't matter if you swing wide or not. He lands the connection, dashes out for safety, and suddenly the round turns on its head. 3v2, Zelen, sha-la-la-la. What can they do right now? Seemingly like nothing. As time ticks away, so will the spike. But Zelen gets one before he goes down. Cruz has the better of him. And that's 3 kills for the young blood. 5 rounds now for X10 up against Full Sense.
They have to pick up the operator, which Cruz does. They also give him the charge with that defuse on the spike. Now, Zelen pushing aggressively like that and showing his hand, I think it was a bit slow, but the problem there was, I think, a couple of things. First, his opponent was about to defuse a spike. The other, his ultimate, because he was lurking outside of it, would have been deactivated after a few more seconds, which means that would give the information to X10 he's out, and there's no way that he's going to be short. He has to be at the back of sight, so he had to make a close little move, and he just could not get the kill onto Cruz. Rather unfortunate there, and X10 get another round here. Full Sense, they really need to start something, but because of these losses that they've had, the bonus is looking pretty good as they do buy up once again with the rifles fully equipped, and PTC, Lammy Snacks, and Chalalala do have all their ultimates. So this is the best moment for Full Sense to at least get a round on the board.
And they will have to. This is getting a little bit concerning now. 5-0. It's still something that you can come back from. I'm going to give them that. But I think 0-7, that's going to be very, very worrisome. So the fine line between salvageable and not is very, very difficultly treaded here. As we go towards A site now, they, on the side of Full Sense, they haven't really baited out that much utility. They haven't really gotten that much of a rotation. In fact, X10, they're already sort of cheating over Fox towards this location, and he will be going there. This kind of has to be a commit. There's only 35 seconds left, and with what little has been gained by Full Sense in this, I'm thinking this is going to be a done round already, unless they can hit miracle shots.
They're waiting for the smokes of Astra. Granted, here we go with the explosion. One into the corner, and Scary has yet to really showcase where he's at as Patifan becomes the bearer of openings for his teammate. Lammy Snacks and Zelen good for the shots. Zelen has to frantically go for this. Has to be aware that Patifan is into the corner and denies him that chance. Whips out the blades. Oh, that's going to be enough time. Just barely, but Cruz already with the big flanks, coming in with the big flash as well. And that corners PTC. There is nothing that he can do that will be able to allow him to clutch the round out. And rather unfortunate heroics from Patifan making Full Sense sweat. They try to get that... they had to get that thing dropped in, but rather unfortunate for them, Elu.
What I love about Patifan, even if he's on an op, he'll just straight out pull a shorty, pull a pistol, and just run over anyone in his way. Look at that. He has 18 HP. He has an operator in one hand. Where does this guy get that courage?
A shorty.
Yeah. Better than some of our fellow streamers earlier today, but yeah. Better luck.
I mean, he's got a melody in his head. He said no, and he ain't gonna stop. He got it singing like
Nah, bro.
every day, dude.
Oh no, I can't believe I
Stuck
did.
on repeat.
Man.
But I mean, if you know the
Oh.
tendencies or the trend of what's gonna happen in that map, and Patifan already saw the timer. All he can really do or wanted to do was delay, so that Full Sense will be put in a position where they would just have to force something out. Speaking of being forced out, Sus Boys, where does he hit the shot? It's on Octagon. Say goodbye to PTC. No Sage for Full Sense in this game, so they don't have really a chance to bring it back. It's going to be the 4-5 at the rest of the round, and this is where it becomes very hairy. They do have the crucial ultimates, but they're saving it because they just don't know where to optimize and use it that they'll get the value.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Patifan has the operator and has been gravitating towards A. So it's a little bit of, I'd say, a bad situation because you can either go to B, where there's a stack waiting and Sushi Boy is one of the best sentinels in the region, or go to A and potentially get picked off by Patifan. So really,
30
pick your
seconds left.
poison up at this point here.
Lineups for days. John Olsen, again, a fantastic fragger, but if you think about it, he has to be the one to punch into the site. But what it's left for him, if he uses every bit of his fuel to punch in and finds nothing, and then everybody just comes out. Well, let's see if he's going to be able to go for this post plant. They do have the best chance right now to get everything coming into their favor as the ultimate comes in from Chalalala. Lammy snacks into the corner. Good for the shot. Able to connect, and all left into the hands of Fox, who does take down John Olsen. But this is still not looking too bright for him, as there is two here. About to swing out. We'll be able to find Cha, but look at that shot. It's not connecting and goes in for the full swing. Counter swung by Chalalala. And the first round on the board for Full Sense, allowing them to have a bit of a breather. Might have wanted to go for the operator as he sees it on the ground, but decides maybe otherwise as they need the rifles to really pinch in.
This is a good start, but they need to solidify their economy. They need to win this round here for Full Sense if they want to stand a chance at actually winning this game. Sure, you get one round and it's a good one, and it's actually definitive in the way that they actually took it. So they were cleanly able to take the site, able to circumvent the defense on the side of X10. And that's a good sign for them. But it means nothing if you get reset in the next round and force the eco yet again. So for the side of Full Sense, they're going to have to find that success once more. They're going to have to find that inspiration. Otherwise, it's more or less going to be already a lost round.
Fox is just using a lot of his bullets there to just spam through. And let this be a lesson for all of us. No matter what rank you are, don't respect your ammo. And I mean that literally, because shooting through walls is such a big thing in Valorant that I think even with like the lesser ammo capacity of the Vandal, people just don't like to use it because they think that they'll need more than like 2 clips or maybe even the one when teams start to push. But of course, this is a different style, but you do like to see it. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here, but on the topic, they're about to explode. PTC does not have his ultimate up, although this will have to at least force Sushi Boys out of contention in the shot, as well as the entry for PTC, allowing the rest of Full Sense to body on in, forcing as well Cruz to respect and back away first, holding elbow as the rest of X10 will have to pincer in, and seems like B is looking to be an effective side for Full Sense here. Post-plant being done. John Olsen already at Octa, but he still has an angle to help out his teammates who have left themselves vulnerable into the back of site, or maybe it's not really vulnerable, but rather a crossfire to boot.
That's a good entry, and it's a 4v5 here. Can they still prevail in this round? They've actually managed to upgrade their weapons here. They get PTC on a rifle, but it's not going to matter as John Olsen and PTC, they're cleaning things up. Patifan with an AWP, the last man standing. They're going to hunt for him. They want this AWP out of his hands so very badly because he can make magic happen with it. And so they're just going to run him out of the site, and he's going to get hurt here. This is terrible for Patifan. Does he get away?
Is he going to know the timing?
Oh.
Wow, he actually gets away. The respect from Full Sense. They should have heard him, right?
They did,
Should have.
but I guess they were kind of hoping that he was... I guess they were kind of afraid of him peeking that angle because they heard the steps. And they didn't really, and also one reason is because, like we said, Full Sense doesn't really have a lot of economy to play with. So chasing that too far with Patifan able to mow you down, no, that's just not something you should be trying out.
Yeah. Look at how much money they have after they went for their buys, even when they save weapons, down to like, let's say an average of 1,500 creds per player. Not really the best in terms of that. But X10, on the other hand, also gasping a little bit for the creds themselves. Cruz, only with the Stinger, not even allowing a Phantom, or sorry, a Spectre in his arsenal. You know, this is where Full Sense can really mount the comeback here. Around here is going to be so paramount. John Olsen charges right in, activates his ult, but amount of CCs that comes out from Scary is definitely frightening. PTC, though, nice little entry as he gets another kill, whips out the showstopper, and he's not done just yet, but on the other side of the board, Cruz is falling down, and Full Sense, they're mounting this comeback, and it is working for them. Time, at least these past 2 rounds.
Good momentum swing in their favor. They take a couple definitively, 6-3. If they get 3 more, they'll tie things up, and if I'm being honest, a couple more and they'll be already happy with that here. Of course, they want more than that and they want to level it out, but they're going to get at least 1 more because X10, they're going to, let's say, eco. I mean, I say let's say eco because X10, they're just always so good on the eco rounds anyway. So we'll see. We'll see if X10 actually can maybe steal a round away here because they have been lethal on the Sheriffs this entire tournament up against teams like Bren, up against anybody they come against their way.
They have been very scary to, for Patifan. I believe, if the chat is telling the truth, 17 years old. Dude, when I saw this guy like a couple of years back, I thought he was already 17 by then. He's still that young? Does this guy not age, or is he just a crack shot? Anyways, well, he's going to be cornered in pocket. A nade is going to be what shuts him down. PDC, good onto the frag, but the rest of the full contact plays from X10 is going to at least allow them a couple of the frags here. Cruz whips out the blades, or sorry, not the blades rather, but the flashes. He does get a couple of kills, but with the Stinger at that range, it's not really going to work, and Sushi Boys is on the big flank. Will he be able to spot the one? But everybody spots him back.
It's a good pick right there. Good round for Full Sense, and they've started to find the momentum. They're getting in the groove. They're taking a couple of crucial rounds here, and they're doing it with style here. They're doing it not just getting multi-kills, not just having perfect executes on site. They're actually just playing the way that we thought that they would back in the beginning of this in the agent select, right? It's just going to be a little bit of standard play here, and it's all going to be about fundamentals and the execution of that. Right now, Full Sense, they've got their feet firmly planted in the ground, and they're actually showing us what good fundamentals they have with each passing round.
I think the reason why they've been going for B a lot more is past couple of rounds, just that. Patifan has been on the operator, which is more deadly on A. If you see the positioning where they, or how they kind of move on this map, they don't really allow the long-range angles for Patifan to kind of show its worth when they're going to be pushing for the B. Luckily enough, it's not there. And now being able to spot this jet player of X10, Full Sense, they're creating the building blocks, not of life, but of the losses for X10 to follow. Maybe, just maybe, this is something that they can use. Here comes the jellyfish, and the stings will be real as Full Sense wants to follow.
Yeah, they do, and Fox gonna open things up with one. Gonna hold strong onto site for now, but the rest coming in very, very shortly. Still have 30 seconds on the clock, but they're gonna have to make the move now here.
30 seconds left.
As he gets mollied out of position. Still gets the fadeaway shot in the end, and the Seekers come out to help them find more information.
So they have their own jellyfish monsters. But, oh, nice little shot there onto the wall. Spots up Fox, though, who gets the double. Does have his recon dart, although it is Lammy Snacks to go for the change in Fox. Where was that reposition? He knew what was about to come, and he just vamooshed out of there. You thought Lammy Snacks was going to be able to find the kill. Should have been able to connect it as well, but that's a step in the wrong direction. Zelen, very, very mindful to check out the B long. knowing that there could be something lurking into the darkness beyond. He does get a kill here and there, but that's the POV we wanted to see. They lined up for Fox, and the clutch good for X10, and this is looking to be the stop of the momentum for Full Sense. They had everything in their hands, Elu. What just happened?
Yeah, that was a great cleanup for Fox. You can never sometimes account for the individual plays here for X10. That's really what makes one of these guys the most formidable rosters in SEA, right? Because you think about X10, and sure, a lot of the times people say Patifan this, Patifan that, but we often forget that this is a team built up of basically Thai superstars. I mean, we build up Patifan a lot, but then there's Sushi Boys. There's Cruz, who a lot of the time is the one to actually clutch for his team. And then there's Foxy, who's just right there with Sushi Boys and being able to hold strong no matter what site they're put on. And I think it's just starting to show the experience, the amount of talent, the raw aim, the firepower on the squad.
John Olsen, he wants to go for this, but look at the litter of cipher traps that have just been placed on A. This does not gravitate away to the point that Sushi Boys will be respecting and still going for B, as PTC does show his positioning there, but
30 seconds
John Olsen is about to hit a beautiful flank. Oh! Did he just spot John Olsen there? He did. I'm talking about Cruz, who's already wrapped all the way behind on market, behind enemy territory, and look at where Sushi Boys is looking at. He knows the flag is about to come, and Patifan is ready for this elevated positioning for him. I have the high ground, and he spots them out in the air with help of Sushi Boys. That was a perfect round, not because it was flawless, but the reads from X10.
Yeah.
My God.
You said it. Cruz, instead of going for the kill, he just says, okay, I'm gonna flank. The flank is free. But beware, guys. Hey, Sentinel, do your job. Do anti-flank. And Sushi Boys does it with happily. And while all this is happening, guess who's doing the cleanup on the front lines? Yeah, no, of course, it's Patifan, who's getting all the frags at the very, very front here, is able to pick up 3. And that was, I think, the epitome of a perfect round here from X10. It could have not gone any cleaner. Mental and physical. Just one of the cleanest we've seen.
No cap. That was just... I mean, that was probably like an EU round. Everything that you want to happen even before the round starts. You basically dictate your win without having the contact. You know how you watch those animes where, why are they fighting? It's because they're already calculated, fought in their heads, and they know who won. That's basically what X10 did in that. And this is looking rather grim. We do flip the script here, Elu, as attacking side will now be Patifan in the rest here. He does have the frenzy, but there's too much in the back. He wanted to open the present, but the present opened him. And that is going to be Full Sense, taking down the one crucial factor for X10 for those piercing of the sights. Although they immediately go for the rotate, Zelen good to go for that connection. Has to back up away as PDC finds another on the other side.
These rounds have just been so tight here. Cruz is able to find one, and Scary pick up one as well. Now Scary's the last person standing. PTC's only got 5 HP, so pretty much look at him wrong and he's gonna go down. But Lammy Snacks is gonna get the better of Scary this time, and 8-5. That's a great pistol round for Full Sense. It's one that they desperately needed to get back into this game. I think if they lost that pistol round, I would have written this game off as a loss 3-0, but no. They hang on here and they keep it tight.
But we do know, we keep reminding ourselves in the chat that X10 also has a pretty filthy possible setup on their pistol. Although, it's only going to be Sushi Boys to actually go up for the Sheriff here. There is going to be a full buy for at least 4 of the members of X10 with what they have. It's going to be at least closing the gap with the Sheriff, putting more bodies so the Sheriff can find its target. And Zelen backs away. He knows that there could be some form of shenanigans there in showers. And you know that there's been a lot of shenanigans in shower areas. You know what's up. But he doesn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, indeed.
He backs away first with the rest of his teammates.
It's a little bit of hesitation here, a little bit of tentativeness as they go ahead and fire a couple shots just to keep the players of Full Sense towards A. But the rotation has already been made. Almost everybody's already towards B here. They've only rotated one additional player on the defensive side, and that's Lammy Snacks here. To hold it off is going to be John Olsen. And we said at the start, this is not... They don't have a Sentinel here for Full Sense. So this is already quite terrifying. They run past each other in smoke. Okay, that's a little bit awkward. Full Sense, they're getting the kills though. So they're going to be happy about this round, especially with how they've only lost one. No, never mind, they lost two. Still very much doable here. But Sushi Boys, he has a Sheriff, and this is always something to be very scared of.
But the swing, very good for PTC here. The oncoming swing, rather, would be good. PTC a bit too eager for that peek out. He almost gets his head taken away from his body with how big that hand cannon of a Sheriff is. But still, a really good round for Full Sense. Everything that they can amount up against X10, they need to get right now. And that's everything falling into their hands as well. Full Sense, are they going to go for a full buy here, knowing that their opponents will be on the Vandals themselves? It seems like they saved a little bit. PTC, 3,800 creds, as well as Zelen, 3,000. Everyone else, it's only John Olsen who really fully buys. So I think the play here for Full Sense is make it as an expensive round as possible against X10, or the better option, just win the round with these weapons. They do have the utilities. They do have, of course, the advantage of being the defending side, and they can always take away with these close quarter combats. But we'll see how that pans out as X10, like I said, they're up for the full gear, and this is never an easy fight to take if you're in the side of Full Sense.
Yeah, and so they're kind of gonna play it smart here. They know that if Full Sense hits those shots, no matter what, they can still get those kills. They've gone against each other multiple times here. This is not a matchup that they're unfamiliar with. So it's going to be a little bit more like, oh yeah, you're still doing this thing. Yeah, well, maybe we are, but it's still working against you here. And Shalala gonna get a try. Sword short, but doesn't really get any value off that play here. But Zelen does. Patifan somehow still doing Patifan things. John Olsen in the corner, peeking out in time with the Seekers. Patifan finding a triple kill here, and he is not done just yet. Has the Vandal in his hands. Trade right there. Lammy Snox and Scary. And Scary will actually be the one to close it out. The connection of the Duelist and the Controller in that round, shining through, buying X10 another round in this half.
Patifan still good on that peek through, and his teammate actually had enough to get an ult that early on. That's pretty good. Does allow him for more frags than not. But this is where Full Sense, I think they've done the damage that they did, because if you look at the buying power of X10, yeah, they're relegated to much weaker weapons. And because they're so relegated to weaker weapons, they even move the entirety of this screen. And Full Sense will be good on the buys. John Olsen, though, still on the Sheriff for some reason, but he does have his ult for a lot more contact play.
A little bit of an earthquake, I think, there. Just hit us and transitioned all the way into the in-game. But now, going here into round number 16 as Spike goes down without pretty much a fight here. X10, they're holding 4 members strong. The Seekers come out to help them get that information that they want. They know where one is. John Olsen pushing through here, but he's slowed down. He's tagged up, and Shalala doing the cleanup, getting 2. And PTC, this round could be just an absolute disaster for X10 here. The Spike getting diffused already. Trying to go for the lineup, but will it matter? No, he's going to stick it in the end. And that's going to be another round. Full Sense making a comeback. They refuse to go down.
Bro, did you see the recon dart? It hit the dog.
Yeah.
The dog.
Did they plan that?
No, I'm pretty sure they did it. It was
no
just
way.
timely. No way. I'm sorry. That's funny.
No, I mean, did you know that the recon dart actually can stick onto like Seekers and whatever?
Yeah.
But I mean, what's the point of that, right? Because it's already getting you information. It's just cool to see.
But still, what the cool thing to see is when we look at the bigger picture is this Brimstone, you know, Chalala, always there to Chalalala. There we go. Is always there to
Shalalalange
bring up his team.
For his team.
Yeah, his Chalala launch his team to victory.
Okay.
Exactly. Oh, beautiful shots from Zelen, though. That's what they needed to do. Lines it all up, and Pathifan was just a bit too advanced for his team. He did have his blades out, if I'm not mistaken, but you don't take a knife to a gunfight. Even if you can throw the knives, sometimes it's just better to have the guns. Sometimes.
Spike down A.
Yeah. And there is only one round between these guys that really separates them. Man, full sense, just when you think that things are starting to get scary for them, they lose 2 maps in a row. They force X10 to take a tactical. And they're going to have to think long and hard about what they're going to do right now because, you know, I look at the lineup of Full Sense and I think there's just no way they should be getting this many rounds on the defense. It just doesn't make sense. They have a long, kind of a smoker, a kind of controller in the form of Zelen, which isn't exactly great for holding down sites. And then they have a couple of duelists. Only PTC truly kind of a hard entry here. Sure, they have a lot of flashes, but not a lot to support them trying to get into the sites. And I mean, trying to hold the sites, rather. Which is why I'm a little bit stumped as to why Full Sense are doing so great on their defensive side.
I think it's because just that they block so much vision that flashes are actually negated due to the surplus of smokes, you know, and that could be it. But the thing about that though is it makes a lot of sense. Full Sense, they are good on the retake, but it's this impact that they have at the initial point of entry of X10 that really shows its worth for them. Now coming into this 18th round, we do see the usage of the ultimate strictly or swiftly by Zelen on short, so he controls that. But again, you also have to respect that this smoke can prove to be a bane to him. If this thing can find Zelen, Sushi Boys will connect the shot. He has to respect it. It's like swimming under the Mariana Trench. There's nothing you can see. Although immediately Zelen backs away. The rest Fox to actually charge right in. And this could be bad, but he does have backup now. Still a minute left onto the clock. Not a chart full of plenty of time. Fox, though.
Wow.
He got spotted. Denied.
They're hitting all of their shots right now, and they're looking scary. Full Sense, man. They're suddenly alive, awake, and rearing to go. 3 players left standing on X10. They can make this happen. They could actually go for a save too. Would not blame them with 35 seconds left on the clock and still a lot of ground to cover. Having said that, of course, Patifan, is this one of those Patifan rounds? Could very well be. Oh, that's awkward. They both dash up in the air at exactly the right time, leaving Patifan alone. 1v3, 30 HP, doesn't matter. PTC collects the kill, collects the round. 3 kills for him. And the aerial Dragon Ball battle just wasn't to be.
Man, Full Sense. Look at this one. Let's see what that comes out. Nice little flick there onto the right of him. Patifan, this entry shot, pristine. But there's just too many targets to deal with. And not hitting the finalizing blow on PTC there really stumped his groove. And coming into this one, is it going to be the broke economy for X10? Looks like it is. They do have crews with the Spectre, not the Sure Spectre, but the Spectre. No H on that, but the one with H is the Sheriffs, which is in the hands of the other members of X10 here. Patifan, ooh, he's wanting to go for a peek. Nobody to crossfire there onto Hookah, and PTC, he backed away, and he thought that he could get out of harm's way. He thought that he will not get hounded upon by Patifan. But if you decide that, if you thought that was going to happen, well, you thought wrong. 4 versus 5, still weapons abound for Full Sense, and they can't pick up the Vandal that was in the hands of PTC because he's all the way in the back of the B site. But this still does give a hopeful little play for X10, though Full Sense, they've gravitated a lot here, and John Olsen is going to be on the first contact here because he's on B.
Yeah, that's a big rotation now coming in here. They're bringing over Chalalala, and going to help them sort of hang on to the side here, but the dash already coming in. Full flash, beautifully timed. Will force back anybody who's onto site. The Hunter's Fury will do a little bit more damage as well. Can he find a kill? No, it's not going to be the case here. But the Astra's going to go down here for now. The Astra, rather, going down here for now, but still, a 3v4 situation. This is a good way for X10 to get back into the round, get back into the half, especially after all the rounds that they just previously lost.
That was so smart. That initial frag from Patafan really started it all. The flash is also good. What you can do when you have all those abilities. John Olsen's about to explode here on elbow. Nobody actually has the angle on him, but actually, as I say that, Fox is staying on Octagon. John Olsen, you know he has the clutch genes in him, but he bring his genes to work? As now he has to go in a 2 versus 1. Almost takes away at Sushi Boys, but still one was lurking around the corner. Patafan, the thrifty for X10. And all started when nobody brought, or rather covered PTC on a retreat.
Yeah. John Olsen, though, for a moment, for just a second, you thought he brought his worky boy pants to work, but here today. But no, not the jeans that he was looking for. Not the clutch jeans, just the almost clutch jeans.
Yeah, it's those half clutch jeans, you know, the one where you can like
mean
it has a
jorts?
zipper and you can make it into a short. Yeah, exactly.
Jorts, the
I hate
jorts
those.
of the jorts of clutch.
I hate those.
You-
They were functional, but they did not look nice.
You heard it here first, chat. Maybe cargo pants. But 9 to 10 here, they're going to have to pack a lot of heat if they want to come into this here for full sense. They have been bringing the thunder, though. And so if they can repeat... what that was a whiff onto the Tasmanian Tiger, but... I mean, Devil. Either way.
Okay. PTC. Jumping, hopping. Elevating just by a little bit. I imagine if we had like an agent that can jump as high as Jordan. I know that we have Jet, but imagine if it's like a basketball agent that comes out maybe in the future. I would play that.
Oh,
cap.
not so
That'll
happy
be
about
fun.
that push right there from PTC. Little bit unwarranted, actually. Why go for the push when you have an advantage on the defensive side? Just a little bit sloppy for me, and they might just lose the round because of that one. PTC is so
30
crucial
seconds
for his
left.
team. Pushing into a Viper wall like that definitely should be punished, and it was. Leaving us in a 2v4. Cha-la-la-la. He's just jiggling the angle, and there's no chance. Sushi Boys just clothesline him back to hell with you, and gonna be Zelen left, and he should probably go ahead and save here. Nope.
That's going to be the 4 versus 1. Too overwhelming for Sabine to get that clutch. And 9 to 11. 2 more. And X10 secure their ticket going into Iceland. I mean, how does that feel? You know, when... If you haven't left your country, like us in the Philippines, and
Yeah.
them in Thailand, right? Then you go to by that I mean because our weather here in Southeast Asia is pretty hot.
Yeah.
Going to Iceland,
Straight up
that's
culture
a-
shock.
weather shock, my dude.
Yeah, weather shock. Because I know people that do that, and they say they feel the ice in their bones.
Yeah.
Not look. Well, maybe that's exactly what they'll see. But anyway, going back to it, Patafan here, so confident getting the judge and even having the Blade Storm just dashing in towards A with literally no backup. And look at what he's done here. He's forced a rotation onto 5 with that single play. He's baited 5 members from full sense to go and rotate towards A. My God. What?
Spike planted.
They respect him too much, man. They just went around with it. And they got baited. They got
Amazing.
baited hard. That was Scary's Cosmic Divide use. And the thing about that, again, you can hear your opponent at the other side of that wall, but it's incredibly muffled. Anyways, oh, the retakes are going to be good. And cha-la-la-la, where does he hit those shots from? Just running out into the open. And speaking of running out, they go in for a swift strike. My goodness. I thought it was going to be X10 because they got a nice little peek there and take onto the B site. But at the end, Full Sense just come in full swing, all about the contact plays. And the flashes from Lamisnex supplementing the retake. Good job for Full Sense. And this keeps the dream alive. We do talk about X10 this, X10 that, because they're the ones 2 games already. Full Sense, they have to bring this all the way back. And plays like that is steps that they need to put themselves in the right direction. 3 more for them to get the win. X10 to 2. It's a countdown. It's a race. And who will be the faster? And will Full Sense be out of it, or will X10 finalize? We'll see what happens in this next round.
Yeah.
Both teams will be able to buy.
You know what's funny about that fake? I think it worked against their favor because before I get to that, Patifan, he's doing some work here towards mid. Spots out one. The aggressive play by John Olsen.
Down B.
Quickly traded 3v3, and so the flash will come out to support his team and get him out of the equation here. Lamy Snacks falls back all the way to B. And John Olsen with a big 2 kills, but so does Patifan. He's also in this equation now. They find out information that there's at least one. I think he spotted both towards Fountain right there.
They're left to try to go around this. It's an equal match, 3 versus 3. They don't have the setups anymore with PTC and John Olsen out of the board. So Duelist is out for Full Sense, but they have every amount of control that they would want with the flashes and smokes. And this will have to force X10 to think that we can't really fake. We have to go as a full 3, because the thing about that is if it's a 3 versus 3, that means that one of these sides is maybe a man or 2 less, because somebody for Full Sense has to be on A just in case to get that info. And they're going slowly at this because they want to be able to explode just in the nick of time, which they do. Beautifully executed here from the rest of X10. They know that he is at the back of the site. Cha-la-la-la will be good onto the 2 kills, and this leaves Zelen and Sushi Boy to go hand in hand. Sushi Boy will be activating that neural theft, and Zelen will get spotted here. Knows now Murder Hole is the place to be, and Sushi Boy holds his own for the moment. Zelen does have his snake bites, but Sushi Boy spots him now, backs away first, but he wants to go for another challenge.
And he gets it. Zelen tying the scoreline 11-11, making this happen. They're not ready to go home. They don't want to say bon voyage, X10. I wish you the best in Reykjavik. We want to tag along too. Take us in your suitcase. And they're just making sure that if X10 go, they're full and well ready for whatever challenge they may face. Just making it a little bit harder, I think, at this point. It's a long way to go. First of all, they have to come back in this map, and then they have to come back in the series. Man, it is a road to Iceland if they want to come back in here. But X10, man, they're slipping a little bit here. Another tactical timeout might just be in the books for these guys.
Full Sense again with the extra amount of ultimates that they do use at the start of each round. Lamistax and Cha-la-la-la do have their own. X10 will have to be careful to try to plant down a spike now, because the orbital strike is always looming over their heads. Fox now using his drone to get that information on, allows the rest of X10 to actually creep up on Hookah here, and they want to go for the challenge, knowing that the Viper Pit is actually on the other side. Patifan is into the corner here, and will he create a playlist a la Spotify styles? He does have the wall through there, and he's not going to get faked out. You know he's not going to get baited. And John Olsen, he has to peek onto the other side, but he's good onto the flank, onto the kill as well. And he's hunting another. Although his opponent, Cruz, was just about to whip out his weapon, John Olsen quick on the trigger. And the rest of X10 all but abandon the B site here. But they still have to respect that the biological terrorist is here. Zelen, too good on the take, too good on the kills. The 3K as well in Full Sense. Oh, but bring it back one more, and they still push this best of 5 series in their hands.
Hey, we might get a comeback. Didn't think it would have been possible, but here we are. Full Sense, all right. They are currently at map point here and looking, hoping, praying for a reverse sweep as they look to deny X10 the path to victory. It's not going to be clean. It's not going to be easy, and so we might as well make it a little bit more challenging, at least along the way here. So look at this, though. No, look at the money. X10, they're broke. 3 members on their squad don't even have rifles. They're 2 Spectres and a Judge. Fortunately, Patifan has the Blade Storm, but my God, they'll have to go to overtime if they want to keep going on this 3-0.
Lamisnack spots out a couple on the fountain. See that Fox has thrown out his kerfuffle and immediately uses the ult there, respecting that there could be an aggressive push, but X10, they were baiting. Look at how spread out they are in the map. They really want to get as much control as possible and hope that maybe somebody from Full Sense will be foolish enough to try to go for that lurk. It's not going to work out. They already know that there is Lammy Snacks onto the B. They want to go about this, but Zelen still controls A. They have to respect that. He is getting sucked in by the gravity well, but does have Chalalala here into the corner. Patiphan, he's got to be careful because now he has 2 opponents to deal with. They're onto the U-Haul and swiftly backs away. X10, they're not really going about this. They have 30 seconds, and they've baited all the ultimates. Now they just have to connect the shots, which they do. And this is smart, incredibly intelligent here. And PDC has gone down, gotten a couple of kills, and Patiphan with the 4. He's wanted the ace. Where is it? Lammy Snacks, give it to me. As now we've gone into the 1 versus 4. It's all but been crumbled here, Lou. What just happened?
The right clicks from Patiphan. He's found 3. He's found 4. He's looking for the ace, and they want to give it to him right now. Lammy Snacks, my God, if they were to lose in this fashion, it would just be heartbreaking for Full Sense. Looking for the ace, and he does. No, it's the Spectre. It's the Spectre from Fox. But what an attempt. A sissy-fissy and Herculean effort from these guys. Just from Patiphan here. My God, he slew the beasts. All of them, the 5 heads. Amazing work here for Patiphan. Did not expect any less from this prodigy of a man.
I mean, what do you call that? He basically sewn new holes in 3 bodies of the members of Full Sense with those knives in his hands. The scary thing about that is not the incredible play from Patiphan. Well, that was, again, probably like the 60% of it. But the 40% was you saw they had enough time and they faked an aggressive push on A. Yes, they got some form of control on the A site, but they didn't really commit to the spike being planted down. And what they did by that is they forced Full Sense to already look for a stop you to plant the spike play, and they played around that. It was such a bait play, but it works in the end. Now we're pushed into overtime with PTC. This guy, he does results, but these past couple of rounds, he wants to get this results too quickly and has to play with his life without his teammates being able to pick up one for him. And this puts Full Sense in a discrepancy 4 versus 5.
Tag coming out here for John Olsen. Now they know his location, but there's still quite a bit of work to do for V5 for Full Sense. They don't really have that much. I'd say not really that much utility left. They have been waiting a little bit of time here. 43 seconds left. They don't have utility. They don't have that much time. Man, X10, if they can hold on and stay the course, this could just be their round. But no, they're rotating over 1. They're losing Fox, and he's transferring to A. But it's looked like already it's going to be a B-side anytime soon.
Oh my goodness, and like a Viper he strikes. Watch out, watch out. Scary though. Underneath of the waterfall and hookah will at least be good for 1. The problem there is John Olsen, which is at the follow. This is a nice little pocket positioning for him. Comes into the side here. Fox is onto the other side. Oh, this is going to be so disgusting, but it leaves John Olsen into a 2 versus 1. Spike is to be planted down. He's playing along the corner here, but no more flashes to fuel his clutch, although maybe just the angle here. Oh, he got spotted by the camera. Maybe he is. They're going to be peeking it out. The cloud burst. They don't know, but he has to reload first. And what is going to be the play if he can get the shutdown? Is he going to go for the chase or just go for the defuse? He's going to go for the defuse, but baits it once again. And John Olsen, the only thing he can really do is peek out and clutch, which he could not. And that elevates, or rather propels X10 to 13-10. One more round before they close out this series.
John Olsen had 2 chances there. His ulti and the swing out. And again, he had no more utility, no more flashes. Sushi Boy's changing the angle, going for that crouch peek. Just big brain on this guy. Ooh, Patiphan, 26 kills on him. Man, this guy is here to play. I said this so many times, man. He's just something special. So just something to behold here. I feel like it's just a treat every time he steps up into the server.
People are pointing out, why didn't he not use the molly? Maybe he was afraid that if he tried to throw it out, his body is exposed. Very easy to get shot when the reaction time of his opponent is pro level. I don't know, or maybe he just forgot. In any case here, PTC gets the first kill. This is looking pretty good. They can actually go for a straight up into another round, and I don't even have to get hyped for this because it's done already. 13-13, we go for a second overtime.
This is the perfect usage of utility. PTC's paint shell actually just lands perfectly square on the feet of X10. By the time it actually was done popping up like some popcorn, X10 was all reduced to like less than sub 30, sub 20 HP, something like that. They're all yellow in terms of HP. So, my God, that was full on value for that one piece of free equipment there that they got at the start of the round here. And now Patifan and his friends here and X10, they're going to have to come up with something special yet again if they want to take the lead.
Can't see the positioning from Cruz. He's about to get spotted by two of the members here. Knows that the dog is coming on B long. Has to back away and break it. And PTC throws out the boombot so they can at least get that info. Somebody is playing on Octa. This still allows Full Sense to have a bit of understanding of what is happening onto the B side itself. As Cruz will get spotted. He tries to dodge the bird, but the guns of his opponent will be good in Full Sense. This is looking actually workable for them. Digestible, mind you. They get the kills. Scares into the corner. I don't think they know he's going to be here, but Chalalala is good for the peak as well. And now Sushi Boys and Patifan forced to clutch.
Patifan going down here, leaving one. Sushi Boys, the last remaining member, 4v1. This could be match point for Full Sense. Things go well, but do they know that he's gotten all the way onto elbow? Yes, they will. Lammy Snacks here. 14 rounds on the board for Full Sense. And they're just one away from taking us to map number 4. They do not want to go home. They want to go to Iceland. They need this ticket. They're just not happy. They're like, X10, I'm sorry. You just can't have it. This is yours. This is mine now. This is mine.
Fadeaway shot there from Lammy Snacks to secure them that round. No pauses. Patifan like 4 kills away from a 30 bomb, but that's not really what's going on in their minds right now, is it? They want a clean round to get themselves also a clean series here. Now it's going to be X10 to pierce into the site, immediately using the Sova drone for that info. Know that there's a bit of stars here, but it's just, you know what? It's recycled stars. In this day and age, you need to have something recyclable, and at least Astra has. X10 will be coming. Ooh, Zelen almost on that contact with Sushi Boys all the way through onto Shower, but they heard the rotation, and Patifan quickly pulls the trigger. They've already lost the 2, and Full Sense, they thought it was going to be a B take. No ultimates to be had, no utilities to be done, and Patifan is holding the first contact. Sushi Boys looking at the flank. PTC, can he be good on the shots? That's going to be a resounding yes, and the pinch is going to be here. It could be good, but it's a 3 versus 4 with the post plant. Everybody from X10 is just positioned at U-Haul.
Yeah, U-Haul is the name of the game here for these guys. 2 members buried into it, make that 3, and they're all going down one by one. Why would you all play in U-Haul? What on earth has just happened?
Game number 4.
Game 4, guys. And hanging on rather for dear life, if I may say. And what an impression that they have made so far on everybody. Just when you think that they couldn't beat Paper Rex, they do. Just when you think they couldn't get past the lower bracket against teams like Bren and Pirate 6045, they do. And now they're here in the grand finals, up against a team that's probably the best in Southeast Asia. They're proving everybody wrong with what they're doing right now.
I stand corrected. Cruz is still going to be on an initiator. All about that flash play. Lammy Snacks, though, on the other side, is going to be the one with the Soba. I think they really do like to go for this because contact plays with recon darts is such a fatal combination. Patifan goes pushing in onto that smoke. He's going to have to find somebody, and PTC just too much onto the quick trigger, although another lineup here for Cruz does be good onto the connections. He's going to be reloading, and he's going to get caught. Cruz, what a punish. Spike has yet to get planted down, but there's too many to deal with. And on the swing, Lammy Snacks able to get the clutch in Full Sense. They come in around, and they do get them that first round as well.
Good start here for Full Sense. They're starting strong and quick sort of mind game towards B. Nobody really expects B. Just like the Spanish Inquisition, they kind of just appear out of nowhere. And it starts us off in a little bit of a, I'd say, offbeat pace, which is great. Which is great for Full Sense. Sorry, I mean, they read I mean to say they read the execute on towards B. So yeah, nobody really expects it, but Full Sense does get it in the end. And X10 now, what are you gonna do?
A full save is what they're gonna do. Not even a wink or a hint of a sheriff in any of the hands of the X10 members. They do have the at least joy of going for a full attack as they are the attacking team. So if these classics can be put into corner peak plays, their right clicks might prove to be fatal. Patifan is going to get welcomed by a crossfire here. They come in and swing. The reload's not going to be good, but Shalalala, of course, will be with that defense on his teammate, and he gets a 4K. He's not done, although Fox comes in from the side. A sly Fox nonetheless, but Full Sense make full use of that round. 2-0. The 4K for Shalalala there actually almost boosts up his ultimate to up one more before he can have that lockdown. And in this point where X10 have their guns, this is actually pretty good for Full Sense.
Yeah, this is a bonus round. So regardless, I mean, if Full Sense die here, all of them go down. They're gonna have the big ulti on Killjoy in the next round, so that's gonna be pretty big here. On X10 side, they need to win this this first gun round. So see what they can come up with as Patifan. They're placing 3 bodies on A, just waiting for the waiting for somebody to push them, waiting for maybe a flash of that Phoenix, but nobody really on the other side going to oblige them for now.
That Sova drone is going to be hearing everything and seeing everything as well. They do take away the turret. John Olsen is playing at the back of the site, but he still does have the crossfire from Chalalala on the other end, who does have a Bulldog. The Bulldog non-believers better believe that Patifan and players like Chalalala will be able to make that work. Scary is onto the big lurk here as he tries to scan out the rest of the C long. They know that John Olsen is there. They know that the only flash that Full Sense is also on the A site. And since they do have Patifan alive, he can go for a flash, or sorry, a dash play here with a smoke. Always a crucial thing, always good for C. And when you're in Haven, that is the play to go. But PTC, where did he come from? Does get the kill here. Backs away first. Lamisnax is about to go for the peak. And John Olsen's not going to allow his teammate's sacrifice to go unrewarded, but gets rewarded with bullets from Sushi Boys as the rest fall down. Still, the trades will be abound. They're very low. Very workable situation for Lamisnax if it can only find Fox, who was crept and pocketed at the back of the site. And X10, very bloody, very trade heavy, but they still win the round nonetheless.
Good round to take, and it's a crucial one to find, as they actually make a pretty significant dent in the economy of Full Sense. Now, what's a little bit curious to me is that they're going for this strange buy. Instead of really full ecoing again, they're going to take their chances and going for 2 rifles and a sniper rifle. They have an AWP here onto PTC, and the rest are going to be on Spectre. So, pretty curious. See what they do. PTC, he's going to give up the information that there is an AWP here towards Garage. He has to fall back now. Doesn't want to give up too much. And so that's going to be a little bit information garnered here for at least the side of X10 for now.
He showed his hand, and this gives the info immediately for X10. They don't go straight to A, because they still do respect that there could be a quick rotate for the sniper, and when they go for A, he might be on A heaven. So they want to clear out the site first before anything else. And at least they still do have the smokes in the form of Scary here that can just put it out. There it is. Fox will be on the push trigger here, but he's not using his recon dart. So he's saving this. He knows that it's going to be on a later cooldown. That's why he just tries to save it for the moment. And Fox. Oh, yes, yes. Keep the eyes on him because he's about to go for the counter on that lockdown. Let's see how that pans out for him. Is he going to break? Look at the timer for that Killjoy lockdown.
Yeah, he's probably going to break it at the last second if he got the lineup.
There you go.
Beautiful. knows it perfectly. Just knows the lineup, and they're going to have to use an additional ultimate. Okay, X10. They're using the Rolling Thunder just to be able to force them back. There's just so much utility, so many ultis being deployed here, and one by one. Look at this. The retake just falls flat as X10 hold on to the site cleanly and decisively. Surely enough, they're hanging on with 3 players still alive on their squad, and they force a reset onto Full Sense.
Expensive round is an understatement there for Full Sense. They have everything, not only for creds to buy up even to the operator, but also crucial ultimates for the retake. And X10 played that perfectly. I do like the kind of cherry on top where Fox never used any of his utility on the take of the site. He knew that they have enough bodies already, and using that for post plant is much more impactful, much more rewarding, and it works. Yes, they trade a lot, but they trade to the benefit of X10, and they do get this reset. Full Sense, like I said, will be on the weaker buy, but that doesn't mean that they will be an easier round for them. A seems to be the play as Cruz is setting up all the flashes in the world for Patipon. He's looking for another flash before anything else, which he does. Tries to go in for the right click, but will get punished straight up. John Olsen a bit too late to the party. You know what? He's going to be a party crasher, but all of his friends have already gone down, and this is going to be the post plant. Very difficult in the 4 versus 2, but if you know that someone can make it happen, it's John Olsen.
Not this time though, as the blind fire goes. The blind hip fire just doesn't make the mark he needs to. So 2 players left standing here for Full Sense, and I don't favor their odds in an A retake. A very difficult site to retake, by the way. And they're just going to have to go for the kills here. Maybe make some expensive rifle. No, never mind. It's Cruz to get 3 kills in that round. Well played for him. And X10 secure the victory on that round, taking the lead for the first time this half. 3-2 X10.
Full Sense, they've been good on getting kills while X10 is still transitioning into the site, but they haven't really gotten anything other than that. You see PTC wanting to go for these challenges. He gets a kill onto Patifan, but not really anything after that. The tightness of play for X10 just kind of exuding in this one. But now they have everything that they can want to make happen, although where the quick triggers, really good execute onto the back with the smoke, the Cosmic Divide to boot, the recon as well, to make sure that the C is spick and span clean of any Full Sense members. And this forces Full Sense to go wrap all the way around. It's still 5 versus 5. Very workable for them. And because X10 basically use almost everything plus their flashes, it's gonna be shooty shooty bang bang in the words of Black and Blue. Here we go.
And that's the Hunter's Fury deployed. Not really gonna make its mark right now. Not really gonna find its mark, rather, as John Olsen does, however, Sushi Boys. Good for the lineup, takes down PTC. Lammy snaps, trades it down real quick, and Cruz, yet again, something has been really popping off with Cruz lately, man. He's been hitting everything and been an anchor, been a stalwart for his team. Whatever round it is, Cruz is there to show up. If it's not Patifan on the board, it's either Sushi Boys or Cruz, but in these past few games, man, it's the Cruz show. He's a one-man crew.
He's a Terry Crews. It's the best of the crews out there.
The buffest of the crews.
Exactly. It could also be a Tom Cruise because he always likes to do the Mission Impossible. Yeah, but I think Terry Crews. But that flank for Zelen, just to point it out, not really the best. It's a good flank, positioning and almost timing. But the problem there was he had to deal with Sushi Boy's turret, which would have made his presence known, and because there was a smoke that I think was plugged up by X10, not by Zelen, it doesn't really allow him to help the rest of his teammate that were already playing contact on the site itself, which technically puts Full Sense in a 4 versus 5 before Zelen can even have any line of sight on the rest of the members of X10 there. Really smart play for X10, and Full Sense just not having any luck whatsoever. Clearing out these corners with the shock darts. They have to respect, but it seems like the sewers will be cleaned up. You know what? That's what you want to do with the sewers, right? And seems like X10 are looking to go for A, but they still haven't really decided. I think all what they do right now is wanting to bait also the utility of the Astra, which could make a C take quite easy.
I mean, you do want to clean the sewers, lest you want to find a couple of Ninja Turtles in there. That sometimes happens, you know, if you don't check.
Yeah.
Some Ninja Turtles in with
Oh, look at that rotation.
with a rat master there. But speaking of rat plays, they're actually going to sneak all the way towards C.
30 seconds
Let's be a little bit sneaky here, and that's going to be drawing both teams actually just full on just going here. Look at this Patifan coming up. He sees the head on one, can't find him in the flame wall actually. A little bit awkward of an exchange, but Patifan gets one, and that's going to be enough. They find three. With 10 seconds left on the clock, the spike has to go down now.
They knew that Full Sense wasn't going to be on a better buy, and they just showed their hand early at A because they wanted to make sure that they can force Full Sense to use all of their utility, because it does one of two things. Well, they're trying to go for the clutch here, which I don't think is going to happen unless Zelen can come up big. Just finish off what I was saying, is one of two things. If Full Sense try to challenge and they lose at sewers, that would just mean let's go for A. But if they didn't, they would not have anything to supplement this defense or even retake at the C site, which allows X10 to go full contact. And with the weaker weapons of Full Sense, it's just not going to happen. Full Sense, the best bet for that round was they get the kills on sewers. They get something, but without that, it was just a straight up read for X10, and their will was enforced.
Indeed. And X10, they're starting so strong here on the attacking side. They're forcing Full Sense to play their game, to dance to their tune. And this isn't something that we're used to seeing for Full Sense on a map like this, on Haven. I said that they would be better, but it's just not happening. Look at this. Okay, can he get the kill? Okay, gets a tag. Gets a little bit of damage here. PTC is pretty low. But in the wake of that ulti, John Olsen decides to get sneaky, decides to go clever, and goes for the big flank here towards mid.
And even denies the spike being planted down, but gets traded off himself quite quickly. Oh, Patifan could have a field day with this peek out. Does get spotted by the Sova drone and has to reposition. Respect on that. Was that the enemy team's Astra Star? They heard him drop down. They have to have heard him drop down. Patifan, what are you doing? Gets the kill onto PTC. And there's no refrag because Lammy Snacks is already going for the big lurks. He's all but left his teammate there. Chalalala will be coming in. Does get a couple of frags here and there, but it's all gone to the wayside. They have basically, if you think about it, shredded it like a piece of fried chicken. And this is X10 taking the B site with a bit of adjustment from how Full Sense were trying to defend it.
What a great counterplay right there. They know that they're vulnerable because they left their mid open and they could get peeked from more than one angle. And so what's the response? Cruz actually uses his ulti, and the call was to push A link. And they get more information, they get kills like that. And they know that when they're at a disadvantage, they have to fight for more. They have to fight for what they do. X10 showing that on the fly, they can make critical decisions like this. And that's really what's been setting them apart for Full Sense.
That is such a scary thought. And PTC can feel the pressure on this guy. The problem now is he plays an operator, which is such a crucial weapon. And I think operator works in Haven really, really well. The problem here is X10, they just have these setups that don't really allow PTC to shine. It's either PTC plays at the back of sight and never uses the operator, or if he tries to go at the front and he gets flashed out, he still doesn't get to use it. He will have to shoot blind and hope that his shot connects, but it won't. He spotted the one already into the corner. Patifan quick onto the trigger, and these capitalizations, man, it's like 1 + 1 equals John Olsen dead. 1 + 1 equals Patifan pushing into the site, and he gets a kill, and you're dead. It's so disgusting to look at, and it's really effective too.
Indeed. Well, it is only an eco, and so X10 will be playing this a little bit safely. They don't want to lose too much, so and that's exactly what they do. They play together, they play as a unit, they go for trades, they take the site, and they make sure that there aren't really that many opportunities to pick up rifles on the side of Full Sense, which is pretty much as crucial as it gets. PTC does have one though, and so he's gonna get flashed off. And good adjustment, however, to find one, but the double swing out from left and right can't shoot in two places. This ain't akimbo, so you can't take down two at the same time. Well played, nice try, however. But 7-2, X10, they're dominating on Haven.
Man, PTC almost a conversion on that second target, but you can really see these flashes disrupt his groove. When you get your groove disrupted, you can't really dance to the beat of the rhythm. And this is where it becomes a bit hampering. X10, I mean, this was kind of the same spell that we saw in the past couple of maps. In Full Sense, always find an opportunity to swing back. The problem is they can't really translate that into a game win. They need to get more of these rounds in the first half before we go to the second, because even if they can get the pistol round in that second, they're still gonna be at a very big discrepancy in terms of the rounds, and that's never what you want to go up against X10, who, for lack of a better term here, they can just devour you even if they're on the weaker buy. You have to respect that.
Indeed. So 1 minute left. They've burned quite a lot of time here on the X10 side without having really truly made that much progress here. But what they have done is they've actually found themselves a buy-in into the table at A. And funnily enough, only PTC is here to contest. They haven't made truly any noise, but the stars dropping down, that's going to be the signal to dash in and go. PTC gets spotted out. What's he gonna do? How are they gonna hold this off? It's John Olsen and PTC to get one apiece, but it doesn't matter because Sushi Boys and Fox will trade them right back. Potifon and Cruz gone from the equation here, but that's okay because look at this. Sushi Boys, oh, if he planned that, he would have had his ultimate on this round. Just not going to be what happens here, and that's the look at this. He's gonna cancel it. He's going to cancel the ulti.
Doesn't have enough.
Oh, he doesn't have enough. You're right. That's huge.
They still have the nano swarms. They have to charge in through this. That turret will not be too good, and this is gonna have to be the contact that Lamisnex does need to go and clutch out the round, which he does. In Full Sense, very good onto the swing. And yeah, definitely you're right. It might have been needed for Sushi Boys to be the one to actually plant down that spike, so he could have gotten the lockdown. But I think he wanted to start placing the post plant with his turret and the nano swarm. But because they didn't have enough charges on that shock dart, their plan went all the way down the drain. In Full Sense, making good use of a lot of their utilities there, actually, even the Cosmic Divide, just to make sure. But in the end, rounds are rounds, and you need to get those. Again, like I said previously, because you're up against X10.
Yeah. Well, X10, though, they are putting on a show. Full Sense, they have been having sort of glimpses, sort of glimmers of inspiration on what they have to do. But if I'm being honest here, parts of it are luck, that they're kind of in the right side at the right time. They're not really playing Haven, I feel, the way that their composition should be played. First of all, in Haven, the fact that the map is so big and that there's obviously 3 sites and basically 4 places to hold on the defensive side, you kind of need to balance it out by getting early map control or an early pick. And Full Sense, they're not really doing that. They're kind of just waiting on site and gambling, hoping to make the right rotations at the right time and win the aim duels. But as you can see, you can't do that. It's just not realistic, especially when all the shots here from Patifon and everyone, they're just making their connection. These are massive, massive advantage that are going to the attacking side, and they're going to leave Patifon out in the open here. John Olsen, he's going to spot where everybody has been going. And actually, PTC even commits using the tailwind just to be able to get closer to A that much quicker.
Yeah, well, this could catch off the defender off, or the planter off guard. PTC is about to go for the swing. He better. And we'll see how he finds the one. Great connection onto Fox here. And this is where Full Sense mount their comeback. Although that recon dart does spot at PTC, they still have to be aware that the numbers is not into the favor of the rest of X10. Now, they all but abandon the shower area, or rather sewer, and they go for hell. But the big flanks from John Olsen is about to pay dividends. Scary does get another one. He's challenging, gets a third. And And the fourth. Where does Scary find these picks?
Last
No
round.
way. No way he gets that connection.
Scary. The definition of the word, and he strikes fear into the hearts,
Enemy remaining.
into the minds of full sense.
Last play remaining.
Perfect clutch from him. It could have not gotten any better. If you look up the word clutch in the dictionary, that's exactly what you're going to see. Isolating each individual angle at the right time, at the right moment, knowing when to target. My God, textbook clutch from the man himself.
That's what you call being in the zone. Everyone who gets into high competitive play or wants to perform at a high level has something like this, and you can see people like Scary just tapping into that mode. 1-for-1 trade will be there, but that Kojo ultimate will still have its full duration. Patifine with the quick charge, looking to maybe find somebody who got detained at the back of the site. Will not have a connection here, and the rest will be coming in. Smokes to stop them. John Olsen good onto the shots. My God! It's not only Scary who can come up big, it's also John Olsen on the other end. Lammy Snacks covers himself into the back of the site with the judge. Has to respect Fox will have to go around. He knows that he's there in the middle, and he actually runs away with the spike. This allows him to go for the clutch. Is he going to go and plant it on B? Looks like no, not in the front, but the back of the site at least.
I love how Fox just sort of leaves. He misses the opportunity. He misses the shot. So 8-4. It's going to be an 8-4 half here. Good idea from Eric. I'm sorry. It's just funny that he picks up the bomb and he's like, all right, guys, you stay here. You stay right over here. I'm going to go plant over there. You do your thing over here. He just goes and plants in mid anyway. Too bad he loses that aim duel in mid. That could have really been the round there. I like the idea of going for that 1v1, because in a clutch situation like that, in a 1v2, most players will look for a 1v1. That's the right thing to do. They will look for an opportunity to get a pick. That's exactly what he goes for, but just not the right one at the right time.
Well, his aim wasn't true. That's about it. Because he had an opportunity to clutch that. You saw that the positioning of Lammy Snacks was still pretty far from his own teammate, so there wasn't any possibility of a refrag. But still, a good enough hustle for X10, and it shows. 8-4. Full Sense will be playing on the back end as we go into the second half. Flipping the switch. Full Sense now on the attacking. Patifine backs away as he does get spotted by the turret. Doesn't want to take any bonus damage or extra damage from that one. To be more specific, this alarm bot is about to see the contact as everybody comes in for the garage. One onto the site. It will be helped out by this Astra, but it's first on Scary. Another one on Sushi. Gets one into the corner, but it does leave Scary to try to make things happen without any bullets left into the chamber. And John Olsen comes up big. Last man in the back. That's going to be Full Sense. A quick, swift victory in the second pistol.
Exactly what they needed. Could be 8-6 after this. And when that happens, only 2 rounds will separate these two teams. And we get closer and I'm telling you, man, I believe we're going into a game number 5. I just know it. 12 a.m. gang incoming. Let's go. I am so ready because I know Full Sense, man. We've seen this team. We've seen this team before on Haven. Man, they can really turn up the heat, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
There they are.
Well, you know what you need to cook a good dish is a amount of heat as well. There is another Full Sense. They have every possible utility that they would need to have to slowly bring this comeback around. Fox spotted, blinked, pulsed at the back of the site. Does have Patifon right behind him. Here comes the quick push onto John Olsen. They know that he's on the shorty, and Fox really forcing the issue. Wanted to get that frag in, has to back away. PTC good onto the charge, not gonna get any kills, but John Olsen will follow through. What a nice little adjustment on the last target. And Full Sense, they're striking back. They're almost here to equalize 2 more rounds.
What a quick round. A good a good eco round, a good anti-eco rather. Now, however, the true test will arise as the bonus round for full sense will come. If, again, as per usual, if they can win this, it's a big deal. If they can't, fine. It's the bonus round anyway. But X10, though, they are on everything. They have spent everything. And so this is pretty much the round they need to win here. As we get closer and closer to the end game area. Starting to get pretty scary here. Again, if X10 win these next two rounds, it's going to be a 10-6, and then they have to get a reset. There will be a reset on full sense. So potentially an 11-6, depending on how this goes. It's really crucial that full sense is able to win these rounds and stabilize their economy.
Yeah, because they're still playing from a deficit. 2 rounds, even though it's 2 rounds, is pretty big if they lose more money and can't just get those refrags. Speaking of not getting those refrags, cannot chase down Patapon through that tailwind. John Olsen flirting with the idea of getting this B site, and it seems like he went around onto the entrance. Does still get a kill, though, and still sneaks his way up onto A link. This confuses the rest of the X10 squad, as John Olsen will be holding this right side of the map, and this allows the rest of his teammates to maybe, just maybe, get their butts onto the A site. He will still be lurking. Fox saw the blaze wall come in, and they have an inkling, but there's still no spike to be planted. Although with 20 seconds, there's now or never onto that A site. Finally finding John Olsen, but he's still going to be good on the connection. And this forces X10. Oh, no. I mean, they should be able to get the spike planted down, but they actually went to B. Okay.
Okay, just a little bit of game of ring around the rosy for a second, but in the end they get the spike planted down. In this 3v3, John Olsen will be leading away as he is playing close and personal, but Patifan landing the first, but Sushi Boy will get the trade and leaving us in a 2v1. Zellin will have no chance in it, and that's the standard round claimed right here, the buy round, the gun round for X10. They go take it into 9-6. 4 rounds left until they're crowned the champions and go to ICELAND here.
They didn't know that anybody or nobody was on the A site because they were thinking about it. But because there was 20 seconds and they didn't want to rush in on a position where John Olsen hasn't cleared it safely, they just went for the safer play and went straight back to B, even though that might have been the not so good option because basically they're playing with fire. They have to be aware of both links being exposed to the defenders. That still gives a good enough chance. The problem is, though, the pinch from X10 just overwhelming, and FS cannot breathe or try to wiggle their way out of it. In any case here, Elu, it's still gonna force X10 to go for a slightly weaker buy with Cruz just being on the Spectre, but you know he's good for it. He has the flashes. Full Sense now on their full buy. They're looking at the opportunity to maybe go for C. First contact. It's gonna be Sushi Boys. His Silver Drone's gonna spot him, no doubt. And John Olsen's already looking for the refrag.
His teammate will actually destroy the Owl Drone for him. Quick flash, ineffective. Sushi Boys ready for it. My. What a play. You would think that getting that flash in would secure you at least a little bit of control towards Garage, but no. Sushi Boys with the reflexes of a god. 180 again, and it's just it's just a thing of beauty now. Patifan! Oh, I thought he got that kill, but yeah, he falls down, drops from heaven, and is able to get backed up right there by his teammate Fox to play to go towards A here, but it's a little bit ill-advised. There's already 3 members for Full Sense ready, laying in wait, trying to spring the trap here upon the members of Full Sense. Quick swing out by Chalalala. They take Patifan down, they take Fox. Scary still alive, anchoring sight, doesn't matter, he goes down. 2v2 in this 10-second duel, but Cruz with a flash, beautifully done. He gets another one, and he's blinded forever! He saw his life flash before his eyes, the birth, the end, the beginning of the universe, and basically, oh my god, just spent the eternity just being flashed out there.
I feel like You know, I feel like Breach in another life would be like the paparazzi back in like the 70s or the 80s, where you have those big bulbs for flashes, you know, for the camera. And says, "Smile to the camera," and then the famous person's just like, "No, oh, it's too blinding," something like that. Gonna take your number, but in this scenario of Valorant, it's taking your life.
Yeah.
X10 now with 10 rounds and 3 away from reaching their dreams. Full Sense, of course, having the same dream themselves, but they're just not having a good day here, Elu. I mean, it seems like A should have been great for them. They already got the kills that they needed, but Cruz just stepping up. And like you said, he's been feeling crispy with his plays, and the flashes so on point.
And the flashes is proven deadly. Again and again and again, the flashes are truly the... That's why it's so difficult to play against Breach and Astra. They just have so much in their arsenal against you here. But quick plant towards B here for Full Sense. Look at that dash. So confident. Patifan with a blade going to the back. He finds one. He gets traded. And that's going to be the shock dart in this enclosed space. It's going to do so much. And they're going to block all the vision towards mid here. All right. They're going to try. No.
Cosmic Divide's about to expire as well. Recon Dart will connect, but it will not get the kill. And as they come in, oh, I thought it was about to expire there, but it just had enough juice to let the diffuse come in. Respect the power of the divide of the Cosmic. OMG, look at that. I mean, they have to come in. Their barrels get spotted even before they can even see their opponent. So you can just pre-fire it, and it's a sure kill. That's such a difficult scenario to be in when you're Full Sense. How they even try to go against that Cosmic wall? I mean, yeah, you do see people like Chalalala putting out the nanoswarm, delaying the inevitable, but there's just too much time for X10 to use, and they use that time well.
Indeed. Patifan really looking for the aggressive peaks here. He wants to be able to go for it, but now, right behind him, PDC gonna get the challenge in. Trying to get clever, trying to get cheeky. Patifan, what can you do? Can he find one more? Just shy of the third kill, but he's able to do enough to buy a rotation and a flank for his team.
Wait,
just that
that's
one
the
move. Exactly.
Cruz is on short. Oh, there he is. Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh, no.
He thought that he thought he got the one up against the defenders, but it was a layer upon layer, man. The Shrekening of X10 is just too good.
Just like onions, man.
Yeah, just like onions.
Last player standing.
10 seconds left until we start what could be the final round. It's match point, series point, Iceland point for X10. And they do not want to mess this opportunity up. They've come this far. They will go very far if they can win. Couple thousand miles. Very, very far.
And all I just want to see you tonight.
Oh, man. Not like this. This is not how I want to end my night, Asarai, but I'll take it anyway.
Full Sense don't want to end this night as well.
Yeah, they're going B, Asarai, and okay, I'm glad they changed their mind. Because in a round like this, when they don't really have that much to... They have four ultis, might as well sort of bombard A with them.
Need that back.
They can. They have 4 ultis, like you said. But they also have to respect that if they burn the clock too much and they try to plant the spike sub 10 seconds, Cruz can save his ultimate just for that one fact. They will be at least using the time to be able to use this, forcing the post plant. Shock Dart, is it going to be good for a kill? Looks like that's going to be a resounding no. Killjoy ultimate will delay just the inevitable, but it doesn't really burn a lot of time for that spike to explode. And this is the 5 versus 5. This is where we hold our ground for X10. We hold our ground for Full Sense. And that ultimate was trying to spot out the Astra. It does get a charge, but not really the kills enough. use the Cruise ult to start everything. 1-for-1 trade. Cruise into the back as well with Scary. Recon Dart will spot where they're coming from, but would still be the inevitable as the left and right members of Full Sense are going down. Still John Olsen and Lambing Stacks to remain. And we survive for another round. Full Sense survives for another round. 5 more before overtime, but that's 5 rounds up against the overbearing defense of X10.
Exactly, and they use actually 3 of their big ultis on that round. The fact that they got that round was great, sure, but what did it cost? 3 ultis, man. I don't know. They still have 1. They have the Cosmic Divide, but it's going to be a rough 5 rounds here.
Take flight.
If DC and Marvel both have Sorcerer Supremes, right? DC has Dr. Fate, Marvel has Doctor Strange. Does Valorant have Astra?
Yes.
Because, you know, she can control the stars. Mm-hmm.
She's
Right.
The equivalent of.
I would like to have that title for Astra, Sorceress Supreme.
Sorcerer Supreme.
That
I mean,
sounds cool.
I'd really love to find out more about the lore. Okay, long range 1 tap right there. Zelen in business. John Olsen as well.
Last player standing.
And suddenly X10 are scrambling, struggling,
Planted.
flopping around on the beach like fish that was washed up, and Zelen will claim that round. Amazing run from him.
Well, you know what? The store, it was closed a couple of rounds ago, but now it's open. 9 to 5. Open for business. Full Sense. You gotta keep this bowl rolling, which they do. That round intact. They have broken the economy of X10. Back to the drawing board they go, but I will be known as the broken record player because I keep saying that X10 always has a deadly eco round. You have to respect that their sheriffs are nasty AF and their shots are true. Patafan immediately closing the distance here. Confidence in this 17-year-old Overwatch prodigy. From OW to Valorant, the transition is swift and his aim swifter. And it's already but broken to enemy territory and he's gonna find another. Has to whip out the blades, but damage be done. Nobody's gonna be able to revive that. And a sneaky little bird told me that Patafan was going for that lurk. And he spots out the kill. Goes for the updraft for that info. But this... man, Full Sense have to be feeling that. They did not expect a quick charge in on mid just like that from Patafan.
It would have been even better if he actually got the gun and dropped it to a teammate, the Vandal. How next level would have that been? But instead, they're going towards A, which is a little bit of a safe bet here. They found some success on it earlier on, and they found it. But John Olsen, okay, he's going to claim the life of Cruz. Get some information that there is a player playing towards Heaven. So this is going to be a 4v4 retake. X10, they're going to be tested truly yet again.
John Olsen is into the intercept. He does connect these shots when nobody else could. Keeping the dream alive and just a bit more here, Elu. 3 rounds. They did this last time on Bind, or last round on... not last round, sorry, but last game on Bind. And they're looking to do the same thing on Haven. It's heaven or hell here. And X10, they have the weaponry. They have the big ultimates as well. And now, Full Sense, can they capitalize? John Olsen can trigger to run it back if he wants to go for a quick little trigger or save it for a side take. This is where we see everything come into full fruition. Double peek will be coming out from the A-long side. We will be seeing Patafan hug the right side of his corner just yet. And PTC on that first contact. PTC didn't even know what was going to happen. And like a Viper, he strikes. Patafan, the aggression as well as the audacity to peek at that initial corner as a defender allows them for such plays. You see these a lot on ranked matches, on pug matches. But the level of execution can only be spotted here and now in this best of 5. Ooh, John Olsen, though.
This is a scary position to play for Cruz, especially because they know that there's a Phoenix. He could be flashed or reconned or Aldroned at any time. That's why Scary's right there for the backup. So right now, it's going to be the ulti straight up used here by Cruz. That's the backup. Hunter's Fury is good because he knew where John Olsen was coming from with that run it back. They pay the price for it, and going to be a pretty sizable advantage now for X10. They could claim it right here. They could be the Iceland representatives, and they could do it, but Lammy Snacks is looking to delay a little bit further. That's gonna be the lockdown deployed as Potifon yet again goes huge. He's been phenomenal this game so far, but there's still 2 players left standing on the full send side. If they get these 2 kills, it again is Iceland in the cosmic divide here. Can't even get to half here, but they have found one player, Zelen. Oh no, and Chalalala, he's detained. He goes for 1. He can't shoot through it. Oh, heartbreaking loss for full sense right there.
Cold. It's very uncharacteristic from him, and it's a lot of what Paper Rex rely on for his firepower, as well as other players like Devi, as well as Mind Freak's great brain. That's what they rely on for them as a team, but with him being this cold, they're going to keep him still on that Phoenix, and Device will be on that Jet once more. Double duelist for either side, but PTC, he's going to be on the Raze instead. Now we're going off to the pistol here, Dax. A very spread out offense to get things going for Paper Rex, looking for information.
And full sense on the other side, this is the comp I've been waiting for from them. Last time they faced off against Paper Rex, it was something like the Omen and the Sage together, plus the 2 duelists and the Sova. This is a lot scarier from them. Chalalala, as well as Zelen, the twin anchors of A side, looking nigh unstoppable with the control. Lammy Snacks and John Olsen with the double flashes and the slashes, and of course PTC ready to whip out the Raze. This is full sense really prepared for this. They used the lower bracket to test things out, to change things up, and they've gotten so much success out of it. Timing now is everything here for the side of Paper Rex. They are going to get tested like there is no tomorrow. This is the last map, and honestly, full sense, they've shown so much prowess on the comp like this. Paper Rex, they need to get noticed, and they need to get the kills in fast.
Oh, there they go, though, pushing on in. PTC finding that opening, but Forsaken's going to burn Shalala down. That's a good retaliation here coming from him. That's just a 4v4. PTC in a very tough spot here. Try triple, but they get the flurry of frags coming their way over the side of Paper Rex here. It's a 3v2 right now, with Devi getting most of that, and here he comes on in. Triple being a very heavily contested spot. He's going to not whiff the shot early on. He will get the follow-up on the Lemmy Snacks. He should have gotten that on John Olsen too, but still, more importantly, they get the round. Paper Rex. This is, if I remember correctly, the first pistol round they've won all series.
They need a pistol win, and they need that initial momentum. If you're going to be dealing with the control onto the other side, make sure you shatter those anchor expectations and just make sure they're marooned out and see PRX on the board. There we have it. The wake-up call is coming a go. And to no one's surprise, Devi right now is just feeling it. He has just been so on point this series. He has been the lighthouse here in the darkness for the side of PRX. And we are going to go at it again. It's 4 Spectres plus the Frenzy for the side of Forsaken. We got full sense though on the other side, whipping out a few sheriffs here and there. But we'll see if this can actually hold here as Benkai already gets first blood. And here comes Paper Rex.
Find John Olsen, that's big, and Mind Freak and Tommy find one of their own. Shalala gonna answer on back, and here comes this guy on the Limey Snacks too, trying to eat. But well, they're gonna tell him the meal is not yet here. You gotta wait your turn. As Paper Rex get a second quick cleanup round from them. They only get 2 here for the side of Full Sense, but they're trying to make it expensive, and so Paper Rex will buy on up. Trying to play the bonus, kind of a light bonus. They only have 3 Spectres up online. Full Sense though, full guns up on board, and they're looking to finally get a stop.
What are we seeing here from Paper Rex? We haven't seen this too much all throughout the series, but we're getting the speed to get the kills and to get the takedowns. And we're talking about the timings here versus the Viper and the Brimstone. But apparently, if you just go hold that W, go forward, and go for the takedowns, they're not even going to have the time to go for the setups in Full Sense. They're getting caught out unaware, unprepared. They have to now anticipate Paper Rex for coming on in. And since that fear factor has been unleashed here by the side of PRX, they can actually play the mind games here, Black and Blue. If Full Sense mistimes things and Paper Rex is able to get the opportunity, then things are going to look for them. But no, when you see that toxic screen, that's gonna be a big no-no. Minus 50 HP already. The Vi gonna be struggling to go for a takedown. Mind Freak though, showing on up instead. And yeah, it's Mind Freak blowing our minds yet again. Even though the struggles are there for the side of Paper Rex, they will make it through and blue to the other side. Lammy Snack still playing up the elbow right now, finding one, but Mind Freak, he's not done. He's gone it for the Astra there, looking to be just Galaxy Brain right now. Astronomical effort whatsoever here from the side of PRX, especially Mind Freak. It's 2v1. They have the gun. Zelen though with a takedown, and Mind Freak will ace it. Look at the stars. Look at the constellations. There's a new one shining, and its name is Mind Freak.
Mind Freak, just what a play, an ace coming in from him. Almost seemed like there's going to be device frags, but Mind Freak is the one who's going to eat fully here. A hearty meal coming his way, shutting things down, and he's been going huge here, finding multi-kill after multi-kill in every single map we've seen here from Paper Rex in this series. He's been doing such good work, and he's been really holding this team together. Full sense, they're on the eco once more. Hopefully some sense knocked into them to be like, okay, well, we gotta play this differently. We do have the eco right now. They have a triple A stack on the defense. Paper Rex once more showers control, trying to be seized.
3-0. And the thing about Paper Rex, if I basically had a chart of who are the most potent people, I'll put Mind Freak really in the middle, just after, of course, Devi as well as Forsaken. He finds ways to get those kills, and he really is just so stellar in playing things like the Anchor, but that take, just perfect chance for him to actually go onto the inside. It was very worrying there for the side of PRX because they went for the push on the toxic screen, and honestly, if Mind Freak didn't bail them out, that would have been an insta-demise of both the two duelists. So PRX able to save themselves with the efforts of the Astra. Now they have the advantage, winning the bonus. Now they have the guns in favor, and Full Sense does it. And this is scary because I'm feeling flashbacks here, Black and Blue. If PRX keeps winning like this, Full Sense just might be traumatized on the map like this.
Well, they're going to have to move past that thought as PTC gets found here. Devi opening things on up. Dash up into the site, but Chalala will shut him down, not letting him stick the landing. Lammy Snacks will answer back on the Forsaken, going 1-for-1. Mind Freak here on the swing. He will find that Tommy too, and Benkai will get the 5th at the end of things. And that will be a round here coming on in for the side of Paper Rex, getting one apiece each. They do go up 4-0, but finally Full Sense will be able to buy up here, and that's going to be very important for them. They cannot go down another round. Looking to finally get a stop. They've been playing this triple A stack time and time again for the defense. Now looking to commit a member towards that hookah position, which will be PTC to switch on over. They're trying to finally get their footing here.
You have to shake it off because Paper Rex right now is exploiting a single thing about the Full Sense comp, is that there is no Sentinel on the other side. Sure, the Viper is very annoying with that minus 50, and if the Brimstone gets the lineup in time, then you can't really go on through alongside the hot hands of John Olsen. But more often than not, you can just hold that double, you can go for the push, and it really is just all avoiding that toxic screen and the poison cloud as much as possible. So PRX setting things up on A site yet again. Full Sense though, they know they have a proper retake anyway. They're going to be hanging on back, and Orbital Strike going to be unleashed here by Chalala. But unfortunately for him, that's not going to be a takedown. Forsaken getting tagged just a little bit. A bit of a slow play right now. Benkai though watching over in behind. Seekers now being popped by Lammy Snacks. And Full Sense on the board there with John Olsen. But Mind Freak is still on a world-class stage. But he has gotten a kill there. Tommy in the meantime with a takedown. And PRX right now, they have the man advantage. They're going for it for Zelen trying to go for the mode down and then takedowns. And that's going to be 2 there. PRX trying to fight on back. Full Sense looking for that defuse and more. Gravity Well going to be into play. And time is running out here, Black and Blue. Benkai though burns down Zelen. Mind Freak now fighting again, and it's now all up to PTC. He's gonna try to stick it, but the sun is not gonna shine on him whatsoever. PRX, a clean 5-0 right now. They are in a commanding lead with Mind Freak with 10 kills.
When you've got the plant on default and you're trying to go for that defuse, as you saw there, one of the most important and deadly positions that you have to be wary of is showers. If the post planters, if the attackers have showers control, it will be very difficult for you to be able to get that plant off without maybe a barrier in front of you, without properly smoking or mollying it on out, because it's such a great place for them to swing safely and potentially get the frag. In that case, well, it started all off from the nano swarm of Benkai. Perfectly placed, perfectly triggered and utilized, and that just got them the round here. With that, the moment he got that frag with the nano swarm and pushed them off of the defuse, they knew they had to swing. They cannot continue to contest this, and when they did, he was ready for that fight and found the frags that he needed onto Chalala and co. And in that case, PRX go up 5-0. FS once more after this tactical pause, which they should call that's right for them to try and stop the momentum here of PRX. They're going to go on an eco once more, Dax.
And you know why PRX is winning? It's not even because of Forsaken and Devi. This is what PRX does sometimes to bail them out of tough situations. Is it becomes a team effort. Because you usually don't see Tommy as well as Benkai the ones getting the frags, and Mindfreak is somewhere in the middle. But right now it's flipped. Mindfreak is up top, Tommy and Benkai are right behind him. And this gives, honestly, PRX a bit of a reprieve for themselves. If Forsaken isn't hitting the shots today, give him the chance. Everyone else stepping it up. They're still gonna have a fight later on in the grand finals if they win this. So you honestly just need to make sure your mental is gonna get broken. And if your whole team gets the kills anyway, if everyone starts popping off later on, if you do make it to that best of 5, then things are gonna be even better here for PRX. So really, such a team effort versus Full Sense. Gotta say though, for Full Sense, the weakness is being shown again on this map, and it really is that speed. Bind, it just feels like they cannot keep up with Full Sense right now. They need to find the answer and fast. There we go though with the takedowns. It's 3 versus 3 now. Benkai though throwing out the Nano Swarm. Chalala is there, and the Brimstone gonna peek on up just to get taken on down. John Olsen getting tagged up as well. And Mindfreak, he's rotated already to a site here, black and blue. There's the chase down from the Phoenix. Tries to go for the pinch. It's not gonna happen. Into the showers though we go. In Full Sense, what kind of opportunity will they make for themselves?
It's a 2v3 here right now. They do have a chance, though, Full Sense, to make a successful defense onto this. But here comes on in. Tommy's got a gun, and Mindfreak's going to find the follow-up on the Johnny, too. That will be a 6th round here in a row. And Paper Rex looking to run away with this. I mean, we were looking for them to make a comeback here in map number 3 after a very cold map number 2 in Ascent. But Bind has just been completely bound in their favor. And Benkai here opening things up on that hookah position. Mindfreak holding things down from the flank on showers. He's been so good time and time again. And Paper Rex, they've taken such a dominating lead.
Yeah, Paper X. This is just reminiscence here, black and blue. We've seen this before. And it did not end well for the side of Full Sense. And honestly, Full Sense, they showed innovation yesterday and they've shown their progress. But apparently, when they get to the test of Paper Rex, it's a completely different chapter that they were able to study. Still a chance, though, to tie things up. It's not done here. And Full Sense, I like this a lot. You know that they're going to be coming in full steam. Remove the options from them. Go already with the Viper Spit. Be prepared to try and set things up onto the shower as well. And this now puts Paper Rex on notice. It's like, okay, that's short angle. It might be a dead sentence if we go off it. Full Sense right now being a bit more proactive. And I feel like that's the answer here, black and blue.
It really is. I think it could be what can really rectify and nullify a lot of the problems that they've been having here for the side of Full Sense. Now, Chalala, he's going to open up here with the Incendiary. He's going to try and molly out the showers, but that's not necessarily going to do too much aside from buy time. But Chalala, great response to Divide, just dashing on in the hall and telling him, hey, you don't got a hall pass, get back to the classroom. This is my position.
Sounds like you got caught there one time or two, Mr. Black and Blue. But hey,
30 seconds left.
More than
PRX.
more than just yeah.
Yeah. We need the whole pass if you don't show up in class, though. But hey, right now, it needs to be Full Sense showing on up. PRX. Wait a quick little curveball there, though. Forsaken trying to play the entry. And there we have the Blaze. But education is more to kids. You know, you gotta get smarter. And right now, it seems like Full Sense playing with the intellect here. With PDC getting 2 so far. PRX running out of time. And Tommy, though, he's stepping it up. But unfortunately, it's John Olsen showing up when he's needed the most. Full Sense finally get on the board. And I like that a lot. Invest early and just withdraw it at the very end. Find the takedowns there and then. And really the power of the double control on a side is scary because you have the Viper just basically smoking up one side and putting a big to play on the other. And of course, PTC, a gun to behold, getting the takedowns. Full Sense finally getting on the board. But they need more than this here, black and blue.
Well, they do get some ground under their feet, and that's going to be important for them moving on forward here. If they can maybe get 4 more rounds to get this maybe 7-5 at the end of the half, that will be quite doable. So 4 more rounds is all they really need to stay in this game and stay tight into it. So now for full sense, they do have some economy finally kind of stabilized after this. They can kind of force a buy even if they lose this round. That's going to be important for them to not let PRX continue this run once more. They put a stop now. Yes, they put a small hump onto it, but they can't let Paper X continue to walk away with this. As attack pause comes on in, talk about what exactly they can do and what went right that round here for full sense to let them continue on and maybe replicate that success in a round number 8. But for Paper Rex, I don't think it's going to last too long. That drought might just be a round or two long because it was a lot of, I guess utility being dumped on that the Paper Rex struggled to deal with. Full sense, can they replicate that with a Showers push to start off round number 8?
And I mean, sure, it's only a round win for full sense, but I like how PRX took a quick little time out there if they were the ones doing so. But oh my god, there's a fire squad on the other side, but Forsaken, he's gotten 2 there until Zelen gets the punish. The thing is, that was the first time PaperX actually saw the full power of full sense and their double control. There was just no way into that A side, and this time, they just get the quick opening kills anyway. They just go for the frags and they go for the takedowns to make it 3v3. And the amount of utility now on the side of full sense has been lessened to give PRX an easier time to go for a dry push onto B side. So Lammy Snacks though over onto the corner with Zelen still alive, though that's gonna be very pesky. And surprise, the detraction play still works out here for the side of PRX. Of course, it's gonna be Divide there, a juicy bait. Benkai and Tommy with the swings into the takedowns, and this is still the Divide show. Do not forget that he is now the main character of this story. He's got another kill up to Zelen right now. He's been instrumental here for the success of Full Sense, really getting some multi-kills for the team, but it's not happening now. Back on the way, PRX gonna be getting that 7-1 scoreline unless Zelen can get a big punish here. Not gonna happen. Divide with another kill on the board, and PRX, it's still happening, black and blue. Last time, 13-1. There's the 1, but there's the 7 on the other side.
Well, more importantly, Forsaken waking on up here, a great wallbang to find that out. And when Divide dashes on like this, it's so hard to counter because it's immediately going to pull your attention to him. You have to deal with him. But at the same time, here comes the swing from the rest of his teammates. Benkai capitalizing on that one. And when they're just feeling it, Paper Rex like this, it's going to be hard for any team in this tournament to stop them. Though, full sense, they found the formula in one round, and that was a utility dump of a round. So maybe they're gonna have to try and replicate that. No ultimates on them, Chalala, a single one away from his ultimate, a single ult charge away from taking that home. Divide, though, and Forsaken, both duelists here for the side Paper Rex, do have the Blade Storm and run it back online to play, and they're looking to really apply that here as the Viper Wall comes on up, flash on through, PTC with a nade after that, and here comes the outrun for information, but it was blind, and so PTC playing this very, very close.
CTC, he's still feeling confident. He ended last map with first an ace in the second last round and a few kills to start things off in the last one. So it really goes to show that the powerhouses of Full Sense are still there, but they're just getting overrun really by Paper Rex, and that's the thing. This is what we saw in map number 1. Things work for Paper Rex, but not for Full Sense. And if that's going to be the script here, that's going to be pretty much the storyline right now, then Paper Rex will look to run away with it yet again. For now, though, taking it slow and steady this time. Looking for the punish, but Benkai wasn't paying attention, and that will be PTC getting a free kill. Viper Wall, though, is down. Forsaken coming closer and closer. He has that run it back. And the thing is, he wants to make some noise here, black and blue, but eventually he will relent. He will say, okay, let's go on over to A side. Cosmic Divide now gonna be into play. Divide right now with a bit of the push. And that's good recon dart, but oh no, you can't shoot the wall there. It's gonna be John also getting to Chalala on the board as well. And unfortunately for the side of Paper X, even though Mindfreak had a good setup, just a quick little reflex there, costing them that initial few shots. Full Sense now on the board. And you really see why that wall is so pesky. It can hurt you also on the other side, and there you have it. Paper Rex now ceding another round to Full Sense.
Well, the wall does give you a very safe plant there and a triple without obviously getting wall bang from the other end of things, but it will also kind of put you in a spot where like you're trapped in a closet, you know, like when you're playing those monster games, those horror games, or you're hiding inside the locker, and as soon as you come on out, he's waiting for you. It's pretty much like that, right? The alien's on the other end of things. You might be under the bed, but as soon as you come out of it, he's waiting for you to stand on up, and that's exactly what happens on there. But Full Sense, able to get a second round here on the board. There's still, I think, a good tactical timeout by Paper Rex to kind of haul that momentum earlier on. Although, actually, some teams, for some reason, they actually like to they actually like pulling a tactical pause after they win a single round. It has been something that was common later in the 2019 stages for a bunch of different tactical shooters in 2020 as well, wherein a lot of EU teams, especially, were calling those tactical pauses after they finally win a single round. And so it is also a different philosophy, but it has worked out for a bunch of teams. And so, as Paper Rex now are looking to continue this lead and bring it back up to 6, Forsaken will be the first one on inside the Showers position. He's done some work here early on, but there's 3 defenders from Full Sense looking to counter that.
Now, let me just say this. Sometimes you just can't hit those wall bangs. Not every wall, apparently, is bangable. And that wall is that Cosmic Divide. So here we go. Gonna be getting back into the play. PRX is still up by 5. For Full Sense, he got out of that one, but can they get out of this one? Because there we go with the gravity well, trying to suck in the Viper. Running back though, gonna get popped already. There we go with a duel between the 2 Phoenixes. And Forsaken, he's out for blood. He wants to go rise on in with that Flaming Bird and more. But Chalala burning down Forsaken and getting 2 so far. This is the control we expect from the Brimstone on a map like this. Zelly gonna be able to get a takedown as well. Divido backing away from the Guiding Light. His position though is still confirmed here by the side of Full Sense. And right now it's full steam ahead on the retake. But Benkai, he has other plans. There we go now with a lockdown being played out. Too desperate though for the side of Paper Rex and Full Sense. They will get it back. This is what the power of Zelen and Chalala can do. This is why you have these 2 guys together. The Brimstone and the Viper being so pesky. And honestly, just how the Guiding Lights came on in at the very end as well. Full Sense with full utility to get that round.
Full Sense finally coming into the fold here. We said that they only needed to bring this to a 7-5, and they're on track for that. And this, especially here with Paper Rex, well, they're down in this economy. They will only be able to get, I think, a single rifle because Bankai does have money to buy up there. But no, they're going to go full sheriffs around. And for Full Sense, this is a good spot for them, Dax. They're on the defensive side. They do have man advantage, the weapons advantage here, looking to get to 7-4, and then after that, all they have to do is get the final round to bring it 7-5, win the pistol after, it's a tie game. So right now, they do have this chart like planned ahead of them of what they can do, Full Sense, to come back in this game. But Divide, he's looking to open things up here towards the B side. Here comes out the smoke on towards Hookah, falls on back though, will be there inside the site. Full Sense, PTC. He's going to be playing that cubby corner, 3 of them waiting for this pounce, but I'm not sure how this will go coming in from the side of Paper Rex. They're going to have to go big with this entry with PTC holding down the line.
Full Sense, they're getting their second win here. Can they keep this up though and get to that 7-5 promised land that they are looking for? Divide though, he's already unleashed the Blade Storm. This is going to be a sheriff round here for the side of Paper Rex, and the Showstopper is unleashed to scare off the side of PRX. This is the thing that we were talking about in initial rounds here, Black and Blue. Proactive on the utilities, force Full Sense to run away just like this and take their sweet time, because eventually there's going to be another thing in the way. And right now, Full Sense is making the side of PRX run a marathon when honestly, these guys are more accustomed to a sprint. Time is everything, and time is not on the side of PRX right now. And even the sheriffs, they need to go for the shots as quickly as possible or they will fall flat on their face. So Divide eventually gets the entry on John. Also on the other side, he will get flashed, but he doesn't care. Forsaken will walk into that one, get taken on down. John also with 2 so far. Signature John also moves, but Divide there with a takedown. Chalalala with a kill onto 1, make that 2, and PTC to wrap it up. Run around, little doggies, basically says Full Sense. They want to make sure that they are getting the PRX pack to move and mobilize. It really feels like it's just coordination on the unit right now, but Full Sense is that drill sergeant.
They wrap it up in a nice little package at the end of things there, and Full Sense are on their way to getting this to a 7-5, which we talked about is a scoreline that you really kind of have to aim for here to end the half off and maybe make a comeback on that second. Now, Paper Rex, yeah, they have 7 rounds, but they've been, well, on a slower pace here in the latter half of the first half, and Full Sense has been getting these rounds time and time more. They're looking to finally close it off strong. Now, weapons advantage operator coming out here in Lalami Snacks, looking to find an opening pick with that. He's going to be playing here all the way towards B long, not finding much towards that fountain, though. It will start to pour here towards the showers instead and towards the A side. Paper Rex, they're looking to open things up here, but Man, Full Sense are so good at reading which side Paper Rex are going to come through. Every single time the Paper Rex want to go for a side, whether it's B or A, they have 3 players already holding there, and so they're so good at reading the calls from Paper Rex.
I mean, that's what they need to do. That's the thing. This is why it was like 7-1 a while ago, because they couldn't get the reads, and now it's 7-4 because they found that success. But success, it can just go away in the blink of an eye, and there you go, have it. PRX with that first kill. Devi, he's just accustomed to it already. They know that this Jet is just so cracked with the shot, especially today. He is just hitting those and getting the takedowns. PRX right now can rely on Devi to do the things that need to be done, and Full Sense, they know they need to control that Jet as quick as can be, but Forsaken is there to wake on up. Curveball into the takedown. Beautiful kill onto one more. Lavy Snacks still with the win of the duel. PTC gets up close and personal with Benkai, but it's 3v1 right now, and Full Sense, they have to rely on PTC. He's incredible on the duelist, but in the 1v3 slate, it's just so difficult. He's creeping closer and closer though to Tommy. He knows the Sova was busy flexing his archery skills, and that will be the fall of him, but here comes Devi, and that will be the win there. PRX now 8-4. Full Sense at least salvaging some rounds, but it's still advantage here for the MYSG side.
There it goes. Man, Paper Rex trying to make the comeback happen. Full Sense, well, they had a good initial start with that, but still, in the end, Devi wrapping it on up again. He is at 11 frags here to end the half off. Actually, there's 3 of them. Chalala, PTC had the same thing. They're both 11 and 9. And Mind Freak, he's on 12 here, so top fragging the server right now. But Paper Rex, they've gone up 8-4. Moving to the defensive half too. They're in a good spot here. Full Sense, they really needed that round to be able to bring it to 7-5. It would have been doable if they take this pistol, but right now they're gonna have a bigger cushion for them. And if they give up this pistol round here to start the second half off, which Paper Rex, they won their first pistol round in this entire series a while ago in the first opener for Bind. If they can do it once more here again and go up 10-4, I just don't know. They might be Oscar Mike into a quick win.
Man, this is gonna be interesting because when Full Sense now goes on the attacking side, that's when John Olsen and Lamb Stacks really work so well together. You can see that the flashes just open things up and also give you the intel. And of course, the Brimstone smokes plus whatever the Viper wants to do. It's not just mind games, it's just really quick smokes. It's what makes Brimstone distinct from Omen, besides of course a big molly coming into play, has to be how quick and how simultaneous the Sky Smokes really come into play. Sure, they don't regenerate, but Full Sense, they only need 1 push anyway. And the thing is, can PRX hold, as they are going to be whipping it out and looking to defend into the Octagon for now?
Oh dear. Well, the Octagon, a very apt place to have all these fights. We've seen many bouts, but this card is looking to open up with one showstopper. Is Paper Rex trying to come out with this W already early on, with Devi finding that opening pick here in the PTC. That's huge now to open things up there. He catches him on that flank, and that lets him know that you have to come towards the ace side. Zelen is going to try and find that frag. It's going to be John Olsen answering back here for the side of Full Sense. Tommy going on down, lots of information taken away, and he's pushed his way up here towards the spawn. Gonna spray Forsaken on down head first, and here comes on in the push. John Olsen, another one for him. Shalala, double kill. It's a quick 1v4 with Devi having to shoot his way out of a sticky situation. He has a ghost in hand. He's gonna have to go John Wick here to be able to get the spike. They're all stacked inside that U-Haul's position. I don't know, man. They do get the plant off. He's gonna have to try and force his way. There's no other decision to make here. He's gonna have to shoot his way out of this, but I don't know. 4-1. Zelen is quite low. That is an outlier, but for the most of him, as they swing on here, he's gonna go down too. Lammy Snacks is gonna eat, and Full Sense staying alive by taking this pistol.
I mean, 4 people in front of you, only having that ghost in hand. Devi, it's time to just go and die. That's so unfortunate for the side of PRX, because this is what Full Sense needs. Get that momentum coming into the second half. Show off your progress. Show off this new composition that is shining, shimmering, and splendid. And not only will you see the blood of PRX spilled, but the green glow of those animals from the sky, plus the toxins of the Viper. It really feels like, you know, sometimes orange is the new black, but green is the color of success here for the side of Full Sense. John Olsen, though, back onto the shower. And really, I'm surprised that the shower contests haven't been as numerous as I'd expect. Both sides running the Phoenixes, especially with Full Sense loving that angle for John Olsen. Paper Rex, they will know it, though. and you can see there is a bit of a hold. But we really haven't seen too many defensive shower peaks. I think we saw it once and it got punished immediately. More often than not, it's just waiting onto the other side. It gives the Phoenix a bit more space to work with those curveballs. But the thing is, since there are both Phoenixes and both teams, they can code for the counter curveball. Seems like Forsaken, he was thinking about it, but already Full Sense has left the station and gone over to the short angle instead, and no one saw that, Tommy.
We'll move past that. It's okay, Tommy.
Yeah, no,
we got
it
you.
happened.
Yeah, it never happened. As much as we call it out. Well, Full Sense. They do have the Bulldog and the Zealon, but it's going to be Divide trying to hold on to things here as the hookah push comes on in. Not able to find one as PTC's just going to shut him down from above. It's a quick cleanup job here on the B site, and they should get the plant off. That's exactly what happens. Now the retake, Paper Rex, though, pistols is all they got, and the mall cops, I don't know. How can they stand up against this full SWAT squad from the Full Sense guys? Seems like you're going to play the retake and the exit frags instead.
They're playing parkour. They're all on top of these concrete barriers. And basically you're saying, should we go next, I guess. Thing is, though, they all have to run into that spike detonation. That's the thing. They all have to hug and love the bomb, beat the bomb, and just enjoy the implosion that is waiting to happen on the B side. So, Full Sense, they will get a clean second round win coming into the second half. Unfortunately, we do not get Zelen making us believers of the Bulldog. And there you go. Come on, train station, all aboard to the dying place. PRX will just basically commit onto that B side, all die together, and we go into another round. Finally, the buys are there. And honestly, it does feel like for PRX, they turn into a completely new team when they get the gun. So if they lose the pistol, they're like, okay, we lose the second, whatever. Let's just go for it. 8-6 though, and Full Sense, they're coming closer and closer here to the map, the scoreline of Black and Blue.
I don't think that was a wrong thing to do. If you guys are kind of confused on what happened there, basically as soon as Divide gave up the opening pick, the rush, they were like, we can't retake this, there's no way. So let's play the exits. If they push us into CT, into our spawn, then it should be free frags for us. If not, then we'll give up our life and just jump into the black hole. And there's no point in trying to save the pistols anyway, so that's the right call to make. But now, here where the showers trying to be contested once more by both teams. Flash is ready, guiding light coming on out here. Here comes the bird, and they're going to have to find out the word because John Olsen is going to try and follow up on that Tasmanian Tiger. They do follow him back, realizing there's too much utility dumped here towards showers, and they will give it on up, conceding that for Full Sense's control. Now, Full Sense, though, the spike is all the way here towards short Dax, and I'm thinking they're trying to fake this kind of A presence just to open the B site up a bit more.
And the thing is, this whole half is going to be about momentum because John Olsen is one away from the run it back. And the thing is, Paper Rex, they committed mass seppuku onto that spike detonation, preventing Full Sense from basically getting kills on them and preventing them from getting ult charges. So overall, with a shutdown like that, that's big because even though John Olsen will now have the run back for the next round, he's gone for this one. Mind Freak with the kill. No second chances whatsoever from Phoenix. A Full Sense. Forsaken, though, catching out Lammy Snacks as well. And it seems like he's finally found the expedition closer and closer to the cave. PRX with just all the movement in the world and more. Divide gonna get two so far. And clean as a whistle. This turns things around in a more even straight here, Black and Blue, in terms of the ults. Because, sure, there was a round where we saw Full Sense win it out on pistol and wipe out Paper Rex. And then into the second one, it was only a single kill plus the orbs that went in favor of Full Sense. So now, Paper Rex, since they get 5 kills on the board and they made it flawless so no one was dying on their side, the only thing Full Sense got out of that one was probably the death bonus ultimate charge that they can get, and it only allows John Olsen to get that ult. So Paper Rex playing a macro-based game right now over the past few rounds, and they execute it as well as they should.
That is true, but they're only 3 rounds away here, Dax, from Full Sense, and that's not a big cushion for them to have, especially against the former NG Black squad who have proven themselves to be such formidable guys, and they've been tearing things up here, making Paper Rex fight for every single round here on map number 3. Bind. Mind you guys, loser of this goes home. Winner goes to the grand finals versus Thailand's X10. The winner of that goes to Reykjavik. So, a lot riding on this single map here. The final decider of this best of 3 series. Paper Rex looking to finally cement themselves here and finally get the lead to really catapult themselves into the finals. But Full sense, you're not going to give this up easy. It's only a 3-round difference. You're going to fight tooth and nail for every single piece of map control. And once more, here towards Showers, they're going to try and do exactly that. Tasmanian Tiger out. It's clear. They know that. They can take Showers away. But a triple stack from PRX here is the right way as well for them to be holding, because the spike is kind of close to that position.
And Full Sense now, they do have that shower control, means that they can get that orb and they will move on away. Still with the run it back in. So, but Devi tries to go for the aggressive peek. Zelen now with the punish. Feels like though it wasn't as confident as you would like from the side of Devi. He just goes for the wide swing, gets those takedowns. That's pretty much the case in point. And then he dashes on away scot-free. But when he goes for the slowdown like that, Zelen, a sure shot that he is, he gets a proper punish. A big opening now being made here by Full Sense.
A great opening shot from Full Sense there to find Devi. Mind you, it's a big pick for them to get the top fragger away from inside of PRX. So Benkai's going to have to hold down the line here without the jet. He does have the Now Swarm to try and keep him at bay. Here comes a guy who dodges that successfully and goes for the swing, but will not land the shot. Chalala running on by, speeding on through. He's going to bring it to a 5v3 and they get the plant off Dax.
Here we have it. Full Sense on site and ready to go. And Paper X. Okay, I guess we're done. Again, they don't want to be giving ults here to the side of Full Sense. They don't want to be losing the guns, and especially since they have rifles right now, might as well save it up. And honestly, for Full Sense, I feel like the right call has to be them hunting these people down. But the thing is, they know this is a decider. They know they're down by 3, and they don't want to be really risking hunting down these players at the cost of their lives, because if you allow Paper X to give you the firefight in direct combat, then they can actually win it out in just those dry peak situations. So overall, there's intimidation on the side of Paper X. You know, Full Sense, they're playing it smart though. And all of them TPing inside. They all TP'd inside a teleporter. And they go for a bit of a peek. They're just playing it really safe right now, Black and Blue. And this is the conundrum. Is it okay to keep playing it safe if you secure the rounds, but you cannot snowball on the ultimates to get even more? Or should you go for those risks and try to hunt down the members of Paper Rex to make it even harder for them in the upcoming future successive situations?
They've been keeping Paper Rex honest here, Dax. They really have been. They're not letting them do what they want to. You can see just composition low. Double duelist. They're trying to make Forsaken pop on off, but he's only gotten 18. Now, Blade Storm is up for Devi. And the fact that they shut Devi down time and time again on these lurks, on these opening peaks, it's been huge for them. It has been winning them rounds. A single fact of finding Devi first. That guy who is supposed to be making the plays mid-round during all the chaos as he's a jet. He can dash on, go up wherever he wants to. I think shut down early. That's big for Full Sense. They're going to try to replicate that here. But look at this. Early mid control, rather, be short control as they walk up onto Hookah. They can see the stars placed. And there it goes. An opening pick from John Olsen once more. A second for him. Forsaken quickly punished. Comes out the curveball, but he's the one thrown for a loop.
Huge pickoffs and a great angle by the crate. And now Full Sense ready to go on a journey and move over to A site. Thing is, if they don't commit the smokes as of yet, and they have something like the Viper set up onto the other side, he can just go for it. But the Vi, he's not done. He will get that takedown. The Sky smokes haven't dropped, but the Vi dropping 2 so far. John Olsen finally with a punish. Damage, though, has been done by the Jet. But in this case now, Full Sense says, let's rotate again. And go to door number 2. Let's go over to B side and make it happen. And Paper X feels like now that their hand is a bit forced. It's hard to go for the raid take onto B side, especially if you don't have that flank whatsoever. But Paper Rex, they have to throw caution to the wind. They have to try it out because this is still winnable. It's 3v2. If they get the kills between Tommy and Benkai, that should be enough. And they're trying to go for at least different angles here. But John Olsen, he is just looking nigh unstoppable. He is a machine, really bringing the fire and the flames there. 4 kills for now for the Phoenix. Up to Benkai to figure things out. But here we go, Full Sense playing keep away, just staying away from the killjoy right now. Good tap still from Benkai, but cannot secure the kill with the Phantom. Eventually, John Olsen will fall to those stacking up top, the short angle. Benkai does it again, 1v1 right now, but Chalalala, sure tap it. Yeah, the laser comes, and
no way.
The hopes and dreams of Benkai dashed immediately by the ultimate. He gave it all, he gave his effort, but unfortunately, Full Sense had the right tool for the right job and won out that round.
When you don't have the proper utility to flush the players out of Hookah in that post plant, it's going to be so difficult to get them, especially when they're double stacking it like that. And more importantly, when they have the, well, they basically have the satellite hovering above low orbit of Earth. and striking you down with the orbital strike is just going to be so difficult to deal with. And Bankai, he tried his best, but unfortunately, in the end, it wasn't enough. In full sense, around away from taking this, and they should. With this eco coming in from PRX, they're going to have to play it very thrifty. Now, their mid type of control, their hookah push, has not been working out for them, so you're not going to try that anymore. John Olsen has consistently been shutting that down, and they cannot give him and feed him anymore. Do not let this guy get hot, because once you give him that steam, he's going to turn into a train just chugging for that pain. So they're going to be playing this close, yes, but not too overeager. Hookah being controlled right now by Paper Rex. Full sense looking to crawl up towards the octagon.
And Paper X, at least they don't have to deal with the orbital strike now after it was forced on that. So a great effort from Bankai, and he will have gone alongside Forsaken, but this is looking perilous now for the side of Paper X, because full sense in full steam mode coming into the attacking side. Full on the flashes, full on the smokes, and it really feels like not only your lungs will get basically choked up by the smokes themselves, your eyes will be blinded and your eyes will see absolutely nothing in front of you. There is just so much disruption right now for the side of full sense here that Paper Rex is struggling to get the holds, and if they are going to be going for the peaks there, they have to win the duels, but John Olsen is preventing them. There we go, though. That's exactly what PRX needs. Catch out Lammy Snacks, get that takedown, prevent the Sky from getting that intel, and force full sense to go in guns a-blazing, not knowing who's on the other side.
Lammy Snacks taking on down. He's going to be a quick snack here. Mind Freak,
Oh
a double
God.
from him! What meta are we in? What patch? Because the Bucky is coming on alive. 13 seconds left on the clock, and they have to step on this now.
10 seconds
Full
left.
sense. They don't have any time to go with. They're going to go for the save instead. And Paper Rex, off of a single shot
Enemy
from
remaining.
Mind Freak, clutched around in and Forsaken. He's going to get that. But what a Bucky play from Mind Freak. Insane.
2 words. Bucky collateral. Where do you see it? When do you see it? Apparently in the hands of Mind Freak. I don't know about this guy. He makes Bulldogs work. He gets a Bucky collat. Apparently, the whole arsenal he can use to the next level.
What patch are we in
What a
next?
shot! Whoa, my God, Paper X. Just on paper, you think they played standard, go for that aggression, but no, Mind Freak changes it up and gives us a completely new stamp there to remember. And that was big because PRX now able to get the guns out. They have the operator here, Black and Blue, and they have that buffer. 2 rounds the gap, 10-8. They're at double digits.
Just the boomstick coming on alive. A single shot literally won them that round. It dissuaded them from further pushing on in, and there it goes. Devi opening things up here with the operator. Will dash on out to safely, fortunately for them. But coming on in, PTC answering back, and John Olsen too with that showstopper and Vandal. And so it's a 3v4 right now. Bankai taking down very low, Forsaken answering on back to John Olsen. They've equalized things up here. That's a good find to get John Olsen off of the board. He's been doing so much work, but comes out the Vipers, but that's going to be one very painful sting from them as Zellen's going to find Bankai. It's a 2v3 on the retake. Chalala bringing it down. All in the Forsaken, who will be inside that Vipers pit, but he can potentially find a frag. Oh, he called it right, and Zellen.
That is so smart there. My God. Oh man, it just it really shows how much you know how to play the Viper there, Black and Blue. When you put that pit up, and you know there's one small corner that your opponent will be safe in, it's just bait and oh, the gun. Okay. I thought we were Giga Brain there. It was just smart. Seeing that gun barrel sticking on that, I'll give it to him. Great play from Zellen, 10-9, and DRX only have a 1-round lead.
Oh, only a single round away, and oh dear, this is looking to go all the distance because Paper Rex. It's been a back and forth here between Full Sense and them, and here comes out the flash from Forsaken, prepping it on out. Hot Hands instead, guiding light. He's gonna dodge that, but PTC will capitalize on the information given. Now, as it will be found here by Full Sense. They can tie things on up. Elbow control is still being held here, coming from Mind Freak, and he's done some great things, getting PTC down very low, but they can get the frag on him, and they will find Bankai instead. The double opener here from him has been huge, and John Olsen just swinging elbow, taking full control. This should be around for Full Sense.
And here we have it. Paper Rex says, okay, we're done. Operator being saved. Paper Rex now. Their lead has evaporated in front of them, and this is really the one thing they showed yesterday. This was the one extra weakness that was exposed by X10 is it's still comebackable versus a team like Paper Rex. Thing is though, overtime is where they thrive, but they are still mortal. Things are now looking a bit dicey for PRX because Full Sense has just gotten so much control with the composition between that Viper and the Brimstone, opening things up. But the Vi show, it still rages on. It doesn't matter at what time it comes. You see the operator getting the kills, and really, I cannot stress enough how much the Vi has done for this series. He has been so instrumental here to keep Paper Rex in the running. 10-10 though, and Full Sense, they want to get that full retribution experience. They want to bring Paper Rex to their knees. And right now, they're one away from stealing the lead away from the defensive side.
Successfully tie things up here now, and only a few rounds away from taking match point and potentially going to the grand final. Step closer to Reykjavik, Masters, Iceland, and so Devi is going to do a great job at holding things down at the end of things, saving that operator, but they're going to need to come in big once again. Mind Freak on the Bucky once more. He's going to be looking to make a play as a tactical pause comes on out here. This is crucial for both of these teams. Paper X on the Eco. Have to talk about how they're going to necessarily try and apply this. Now, when you're on that lower buy, you do not want to play spread out and default like you would on a gun round, because you can't take the fights at range, and you simply do not have the firepower to make any fight really happen unless you do have that man advantage. And so you can see them now. I think the play here, honestly, should be a stack towards either side. You go 4-1, and then you gamble on which side to take, and then you go for the rotate in case they go the other way. But for the meantime, Defi is going to try and open things up here. Guiding Light, nobody close though. It's more of a bait out for him. Here's another bird. Devi looking to take contact.
Oh, they're happy about this. At least Divide knows there are people here on the other side. And the thing about Paper Rex is they're getting the kills, yes, coming into the second half, but they're just losing control of the sides very, very quickly. But Divide, he just needs a pixel there to get that takedown, and he's going for a second one, but KTC will punish him instead. 11 HP on the raise. Tommy, though, with the cleanup, and can he get a second? No, it's not going to happen. It's 3v3 right now. Paper Rex, they're on an eco for everyone else, and really, Divide was the biggest chance for them to get the advantage. It's going to be a struggle right now, but Mind Freak, he has that Bucky, but I don't think Full Sense is gonna fall for it twice. This is a good chance for them to take the lead away from the side of Paper Rex, but I like this a lot from Mind Freak. Whip out the Cosmic Divide, make sure that Full Sense needs to hold a little bit closer, get that Bucky into striking range. Benkai, though, in the meantime, it's only a classic. What can he even do with it? Mind Freak, though, in the meantime, on the other side, and Chalalala willing to traverse, willing to go on over, and willing to get that triple kill.
They burned the Astral Divide, but still, a valiant effort for him. Maybe if it was a bit earlier, so they had a bit more time to work with, it could have worked on out. But it's okay, because they still have Blade Storm, they still have Lockdown, and they're an inch away from taking Hunter's Fury there for the side of Paper Rex. And so, I realize it might, in hindsight, be a wasted ult, but the idea there was right. You're playing that eco, you have the shotguns, you have the pistols, you want to bring the fight closer, make them play close, and that's exactly what he should have done. But maybe if he did it earlier, they would have had some time to work with and not be super pressed to go in. But now, as we're at 10-11, Full Sense, a single round away from match point, to step closer to that grand final. It will be a heavy-handed stack here towards his B site, and Forsaken looking to make a flash play.
It was a really good effort. Mind Freak, he's done wonders for this map and for his team, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And now, Full Sense, this setup is going to be scary. Is it kill box confirmed if PRX plays into the funnel onto the defense side? Benkai, though, communicating that, guys, please don't go there. You are going to die if you peek. Orbital Strike, though, going to be into play. Chalala trying to zone out the competition. And this does force Forsaken to die as he tries to get on the way through the TP. John also with the entry. Mindfreak on the board, though, to get to. Lamistack's going to set that kill. John also right now burning down Defy, but Benkai is there in behind the site. So it's 2v2. Alarm bot saying hello, but Benkai, he needs to make a decision here, Black and Blue. He has the lockdown. Will he back on the way? But he gets tagged just a little bit. 16 HP to his name. Zelen on the board. Lammy Snacks with the peak. And Full Sense now is on match point versus Paper Rex.
Oh, the timing for Forsaken has just not been favoring him. Time and time again, as soon as he tried to pull out that flash, tried to pull out the curveball, in comes the peak from John Olsen, and he just found it once more. Could not escape through the TP. In the end, that will be Paper Rex in a very shoddy situation. A single rifle on them on Forsaken. They do have that bulldog, but full sense at match point, man, it's not looking good here for PRX. This is the final map. They're gonna have to go into overtime to bring this one back. But will that be doable? They have 4 ultimates here coming on decks. Full sense, they do have that showstopper. That's the only thing that they got online, but might just be enough. They have the weapons advantage. Here comes out the wall and comes out the dash. Divide, just denying the plan from happening in the first place.
Garage just on point, but it's still full sense. Keeping it up 3v3 PTC now with the showstopper, and he's looking to blow up the chances here of PRX. But a great hot hands there to zone out the competition. Still though, that was heard, and the PTC trying to see someone. No one gonna call home. Benkai able to avoid it. But the option here for the side of full sense is to rotate, and since the lockdown is used here by Benkai, it means that full sense will say, sure, let's go to B side. PTC with the kill onto Benkai though, surprise, surprise! Forsaken though might have the angle, he's gotten that takedown, and PRX, they will stay alive, staving off the competition on both fronts. Great backstab there from Forsaken, and when he was needed, he stepped it up. He's been getting more kills here in the second half compared to the first one. He's been punished a little bit more than usual though, but in the end, PRX still able to rely on him, and they're still alive in this game.
He might have been quiet, but when it mattered the most here on match point, gets that round at the end of things, a double as they swing on way, not expecting him to be there. They kind of thought that it would have been a triple rotation towards that A site already, but little do they know, Forsaken is one step ahead. They do have Hunter's Fury here, and John Olsen, importantly, has a run it back, and so he can just force the issue, get information, maybe even find a pick, and that's going to be huge here for the side of Full Sense as they try and come onto a towards his hookah position. You can definitely hear him there. Benkai, he should have information that there is very heavy presence towards his hookah position, and with that turret being destroyed, that's just going to confirm his suspicions. Now, here comes on out the Hunter's Fury, not finding anything though coming in from Tommy. He will maybe tag them up just a bit, and lots of information gained from that.
Here we have it. Is this going to be the last chapter, or will we see an encore here from PRX? Full sense, so in the meantime, trying to play the run it back, but it is exposed and it is shut down by the great setup there by Benkai. Still, that's a lot of utility gone to waste, basically, to get rid of that run it back. Feels like it's worth it, though. At least remove that second life, that second option, and the armor of the Phoenix. So overall, Full sense, forced to play it slow. PRX waiting on the other side.
But they're not going to wait for too long. Here comes on the execute on that Dax. Benkai going to be holding this close position. Going to be found by PTC. That's huge! He finds a double opener. Divide taken down as well. They're one step away here from getting to the grand final. 3 frags away from securing that. We're going to have to see a big play come in from the last remaining defenders of PRX. Forsaken is still alive. He does not have ultimate, but he's looking to make a play right now. Still should have his flash. Zelen playing his corner very closely. Tommy on that elbow position. Here comes on the push. Forsaken taken on down by Zelen. Mindfreak will find the trade-off, and there it goes! They've won it! It will be a tie team versus another team.